Tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Turkey and dressing and pie and cake.
And fruit salad and whipped cream and cranberries. Gee, I can hardly wait. Me too.
Well, you know, children, we've had a lot of expenses this month, and, well, your father and I thought that... Well, the truth of the matter is, there just won't be any turkey this year.
Ha! Got him! Got him! Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Today's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan podcast is brought to you by
SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. Just remember, SecuredRR.com.
It's really weird considering the fact that almost everything that you and I do, none of it is secured.
I know. Yeah,
this is like the only thing that I have confidence in.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's completely out of our control.
Yeah.
All we have to do is say they do a good job putting your roof on. Nothing else.
Yeah.
That's all up to them, so they'll secure that roof down, not us. That's how you know it's done right.
Of course, licensed and insured, and everybody putting on your roof are secured roofing employees.
Yeah.
And
that's a big deal. You know, like I've had a roof put on before, and it can be a little concerning to your wife when the people on the roof look as if somebody shook a flea market and dumped it on top of the roof. And then Andrea comes to me, she's like, what did you do? And I'm like, I don't know. Hold on.
They showed up in their own trucks, and like, someone came in a CRX, a 1989 CRX.
It looked like we were having a block party. No, just getting a roof. That's not what secured roofing and restoration is. It's absolutely the opposite of that.
If you got storm damage, give them a call to work with your insurance company. They offer financing. Maybe you can't afford to put on a new roof, but you need one.
It's expensive, but financing, it'll make it easy on you and your family.
Maybe you think you have damage. Just go on their website. They offer a free estimate. They'll come by, contactless. They'll inspect your roof and see if there's damage or not. If there is, then they can work with your insurance to help get it repaired.
And they do all of that. They work with the insurance companies to help you out, kind of take away that headache. But it's secured, our roofingandrestoration.com. Go there, and hey, when you do, tell them that we sent you.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Yeah, welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha's here. Butler's here. Butler's mic on. There we go. Hey, guys. What's going on? This is like... What do we call this? 1 foot in the cranberry, 1 foot in the turkey. Yeah, we are almost out of here for Thanksgiving. It is show number
598.
598. So write that down.
Tuesday version.
I gave the robot the time off just for the
holidays.
Yeah, for the holidays.
Speaking of the holidays, we have Black Friday sales on our merch page.
All Fridays matter, Tom. I don't know if you know that.
That's true. We have bundles there that for a discounted rate.
Hate the word bundle.
So there's a men's, women's, and beach bundle.
Ooh, beach bundle.
And all at ridiculous savings.
Why did you... Oh, my God. You looked at me like that was a lie.
Why did you say that?
I don't even know how to take that.
Ridiculous savings.
Don't say how it works.
You did like the Rodney Dangerfield. Your eyeballs fell out. You did the thing where you're like, all at ridiculous savings. Oh, that's a great hat. Looks good on you, though. Oh.
I hated Rodney Dangerfield.
I know, and I love Rodney Dangerfield.
I know he's beloved, but I'm just like, I don't get it. I'm like, okay, well, the no respect is stupid.
My wife went to the doctor. I said, hey, can he do anything about your big ass? And she says, he didn't mention you. Oh!
Rover Dangerfield was a great cartoon.
Yeah, he did have a cartoon. That's right. Yeah,
he was a bug-eyed dog.
Yeah, he was a bug-eyed dog. I'm gonna have to revisit that high as fuck. Yeah, I'm going in on Rover Dangerfield. You know what? Pizza party for you. But hey, welcome to the show. It's our Friday. It's Friday on a Tuesday. It's the Friday free show. Up front, we normally get all of the get our work parts done, get our plugging, and you mentioned all of the bundles. Is there anything else we need to do?
No. I will tell you that today I'm going to pick up that RV that I rented on RV Share.
And I got a lot of emails about that from the guy. He wants, he is scared about, first email I got from him, he was concerned about you using it. Second email I got from him was, hey, Daniel, you want to let's fuck with this motherfucker. And he wants to, prank you.
That's the trailer. That's not the RV.
Okay.
There's so many different things. That's the BDM.
Now, I know that Tom and I do not see eye to eye on certain things. And one of the things that
is borrowing shit from listeners.
Well, I mean, it's just to me, it's a little trashy. And, you work very hard. You do well for yourself.
I see the trashiness.
There's a distance, leave their trash to them and you go do your trash and don't trash together. It feels like you borrow a lot of shitty stuff from shitty people, and then you make it shittier.
How dare you call our BDM shitty people?
It's just the ones you borrow stuff from.
No.
Like Tactical Hat, for example. I love the guy, but he just came into the chat room and
How
was
much beefaroni is
he's like, Yoo-hoo's delicious. And I'm like, oh my God, it's starting already. This guy, Yoo-hoo's delicious. Yoo-hoo is garbage.
Well, it turns out on the Venn diagram of me borrowing stuff from people, there's also a likes Yoo-hoo in there.
Yeah.
We all enjoy a good Yoo-hoo.
Thick.
Even Norm, one of Tactical's best friends in our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/TomandDanLive. He's like, he's totally trashy. He knows it. Anybody that shotguns beefaroni for breakfast, I mean, come on.
The RV that I'm renting is not from a listener, although that was my last resort. I already told Crystal. She's like, what if we can't? Because apparently
You waited, didn't you?
No. Remember the first one? The guy said he crashed it, so he couldn't.
The guy lied to you because you're a trash
I tagged
person.
you in another post about that. I don't think anybody crashed it. I think someone bought it out from underneath you.
Yeah.
For more money.
So
I'd call that guy back.
And what are you going to do now?
Right. At least it'd feel good to yell at him a little bit. Drive by his house, throw an egg or something.
But so anyway, I have to go pick up this RV, and what's weird about this a little bit is, with RV share and these outdoorsy places like peer-to-peer RV sharing, it's a great idea, and obviously a lot of people utilize it because the RV just sits there. They use it 5 times a year, and it sits there for the rest of the year. You might as well make some money renting it out to people. Now, a lot of people have started like a business doing this, and will usually go and drop it off and set it up for you at the campground that you want. Usually it's by
it's just easier to do that.
Fort Wilderness, there's a ton of places by Fort Wilderness, and that way it's
cost effective for them just to pull it a little bit, set up, and easy setup, easy takedown,
and because you don't want necessarily the inexperienced person pulling your RV, if they don't have any knowledge or experience doing that, it may be dangerous and they could crash it.
They're always a little too rough when they're pulling your RV for the first time. It's like, easy. This thing's delicate.
It's like a rental car. Now, in the times I've done RV share, it's surprising how little I have to prove to the owner that I know what I'm doing. And I think I really look at this.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, you got to think about what you're. It's not like you're at the Lamborghini dealership.
Do you just sign a bunch of paperwork? Like
No.
that you're liable for anything?
It's some loosey-goosey
it's like a
form. I signed something.
You didn't read it, so that's what you just told me?
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Oh,
I
God.
just sign anything.
How
And
many
then-
papers? Is it 2 with 1 staple?
It's like a 2 thing that the RV share or outdoorsy. You print out from their website, and then if you go through them, they have.
You got to print it out yourself.
They got some liability.
So
I
it
don't know how
has
it
the
works.
same amount of paperwork as renting a canoe. All right.
Similar to canoe.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And every time I go and pick one up, I'm cognizant about the way I dress, and I want to dress the part of.
So you put like
Wait.
Outback hat, you got a cargo
What
shorts,
does
hiking
this look like?
boots,
well, because like
plastic mustache.
For instance, I'm going today after the show, but I have to stop by my house and change my shirt because I look too young. And
What do you put on, like
look
a
at this
flannel?
humble brag. Hold on here.
No, I look like too much of a punk. Like I,
Well, what do you mean? You have on a t-shirt and a pair of shorts. I don't.
Right.
Yeah,
What
but
are you going to change into?
He's gonna
like
put on a cabana shirt.
Yeah, but
What are you going to dress like a full out
polo. You're going polo, aren't you?
No, I get a Columbia fishing shirt that I have in my.
Yeah,
Are you
that's
for real
so-
doing this?
that's
You're
like-
changing your outfit
Yeah,
to
That's
go
a
rent an
lie.
RV.
Because they get nervous if they see me in like a Tom and Dan shirt.
You've
They're
already
like,
filled out the paperwork.
Yeah,
They're
so
like,
you're
this
putting
guy-
on a Columbia vintage fishing shirt.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you show up, you're sprinkled with a little bit of salt life.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another
All
thing.
right,
Yeah.
all right. I see.
Yeah. Because I don't want them to think I'm some like young fool that
Yeah.
doesn't have any experience.
The chat room
I
says
don't-
you look 35.
I don't want them to know
Yeah.
the truth. That
You
I
got to
have
put on. Yeah, Kendall got it
Huh?
right. It's at Columbia. You got to put on that PFG. Get a little bit of that. Yeah. What is that? A 50, 45?
Because
50 plus.
Yeah, 50 plus.
if I show up,
A lot of vents. Let me see the back of that thing. Oh, that's nice. Look at the vents in that. My God.
so
If it was a jumpsuit and you farted, your fart would come out your armpit holes because it's so vented out.
and this particular RV is the biggest RV I've ever attempted to tow. So I don't have any experience.
How big is this RV?
I think it's like 27.
Yeah, why'd you go with the Super Jumbo?
It was the only one available.
Gotcha.
We panicked and started just trying to see every single one.
You know, only good things come out of choices when you're panicking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I can only imagine this trip is going to be fantastic.
No, you go and push the wire down and like
White wire.
Yeah, it changes the last second and then it works.
But all you can hear is you loading your pants.
So when I pick these RVs up, I have to pretend to say things as if I know what I'm doing. Like, how does this thing pull and what kind of...
what size the gray water tank on this?
Yeah. Use gray
Oh,
water,
yeah,
black
this.
water. I say, if...
It's ain't been the same since Fleetwood changed out some of the different particle board they use when they they reinforce this. Now this got one of them CO2 detectors in it to go off in the middle of the night and make sure me and my family don't die. You got that in there?
Yeah. And then I reference...
Hey, no good trailer is a trailer without a set of Uno cards. Am I right? Can I get a hell yeah?
I have to also... I can't tell them, like, what I do for a living. They just...
What? Why do they even ask that?
Well, it's not small talk.
You're like overthinking
you
the
tortured
hell
yourself.
out of this,
My
dude.
God, dude.
You were going home
I mean,
to change.
I know why we're in business
and then you're going to
together.
lie about your business, which no one's even going to ask
No,
you
but
about.
This person gives no fuck.
You realize we're the same person, though. I just do all of mine in bed as a veal, shaking. He's doing the same thing, the overthinking.
Yeah.
He just does it out in front of everybody wearing a goddamn Columbia shirt. It's the only difference.
Yeah.
We're the same.
Yeah, because this is these people's like pride and joy is their RV.
Well, you don't know
assuming that.
Yeah, you don't know.
No, it's usually it's a family like it has pictures of their family.
I
and their
will
Well,
say-
they're
linens.
trying to sell you an RV.
I will say
No. This is
My dad had a-
You're borrowing someone.
I understand. I'm saying they're trying to sell you, like, look at our family having this great time. They're showing you pictures
Yeah.
to show you that it looks good and cool. It's not. That doesn't mean that
I
they.
believe my
No,
father
most of them
had
are
a
just their-
Prowler by Fleetwood.
Yeah.
And I got to go with Tom on this one. It was one of his pride possessions. He would not. I mean,
if you rented,
I'll always remember the day my mom ripped all of the siding off of it, backing it into the place they parked it on the side of the house. My dad, I believe, laid underneath my mom's antique piano and cried.
See,
I swear to God, I have no way to verify that, but
we rented one near Fort Wilderness, and it was that person's business. Like, they literally set this RV up, redid it, and they just do it at Fort Wilderness to tourists. Like, but most of the time, you're renting someone's family RV with their doo-doo still. Like a couple doo-doos are still in the tank, and then they're like,
you got to keep one in there.
Their silverware they eat off of is in, their plates and shit. Their
that
cereal.
Silverware is what created that doo-doo. It's all connected in there.
Yeah. So this is these people's like families, so they are.
There's a Parcheesi in there.
The husband usually comes up, the dad, and he's sizing me up because I'm borrowing his family pride and joy.
You go in the bathroom, tiny medicine cabinet, you open it up, in there just a tiny travel-sized Brute by Fabergé.
And then
maybe an Old Spice.
So I kind of look at their name and I'm like, what is their name? Tell me about them.
Oh my
and
God,
I'm gonna try to make them like me when I show up.
By their name.
Yeah. By their
okay.
name.
Rodriguez.
I know that.
So then what do you do to impress them?
What's your pivot for
I go
Rodriguez?
more Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? I go more Miami.
That's a cheek kiss with the mask.
Don't do that.
I use a lot more bro in my vocabulary.
Now, if I, let's say my last name was Papadopoulos.
Oh, that I'm just started loud talking.
Okay, all right.
Loud talking.
What if it's not my last name? What if you pull up and you see that I'm just dripping with gold rings?
Oh,
hello, my friend.
Yeah. Everything, my friend.
They love that. Yep.
Anyway, so I'll let you know after on the BDM show. This is why BDMs. I'll tell you, if I've crashed this thing or I am slightly concerned about this particular campsite. It's not like they have a concrete pad and it's just all dirt. And
what could go wrong?
Soft sand.
And your child has a ant allergy.
Yeah, him. Well, he's taking him to Antville, USA. Literally, it's a theme park.
No, we've had a long discussion.
Oh my God, I feel like you should have canceled this.
No. I did. I screamed, ants! There's goddamn ants everywhere. And then I vowed not to let it ruin our adventures. Which I don't know.
Where's the closest hospital from this campsite?
Oh, yeah. You have to be airlifted out,
I got the Pulp Fiction EpiPen.
Again, that doesn't solve everything.
He took mine off my desk. I can't find it, so I get hurt.
Apparently, there's only a year expiration on them.
Yeah.
So after a year, I gotta buy 6 more.
No, that's BS. It still works.
That's what I told Crystal. She's like, no, we're buying. She's like, we just have to budget $680 a year.
It's insanely expensive.
Because that's what, and it come in packs of 2.
Mm-hmm.
So because apparently the first one doesn't work, you gotta go for the backup. So we need one at home, one at the school, one traveling one.
Yeah.
It's a goddamn ridiculous.
Well, if there's a shelf life, those ones that I found behind the desk are
mine.
way
I only have one. Or is it in a 2-pack?
It's in a 2-pack.
Yeah, it's in a 2-pack. Yeah, they're fine.
That's what I said.
I don't even care.
I've taken old pain pills and they still work.
Yeah,
I'm here to tell you.
How am I going to tell you whether or not it's not as potent anymore?
Well, if your throat's swollen up, you just got to shoot it in the throat.
Well, if my throat, my throat is swelling up, and you stab me with one of my EpiPens because I'm allergic to shrimp, and then you stab me with the other one, and their shelf life is bad, and then I just die in the street. Well, I guess I just deserve that, don't I?
That's Big Epi just trying to make more money.
Yeah. Don't talk about him. That is the real name of the insane clown comic. His name is Big Epi.
All right, let's do some mail on mail.
We have not done mail on mail in forever. Let's do some of it. It was the disgruntled clown.
Hey guys, thanks for calling.
Ross knows that guy.
That's stupid. I'll never watch that with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away.
He always goes to Chinese buffets.
Seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
Mail on mail.
Mail on Mail brought to you by the Tom and Dan Hookups page. If you go on there, there's a ton of local businesses that offer discounts to Tom and Dan listeners, including there's a cookie dough shop in Mount Dora that's BDM owned.
Monster Dough.
Yep. And I believe they got some stickers if you pop in there. But
now, is it dough or is it ice cream? Because
it's cookie dough.
Oh, it's cookie dough. I had a listener hit me up.
They have ice cream. I got the email right here.
Oh, good. Yeah, give me the loot.
Monster Dough in Mount Dora just stopped in for some ice cream. Turned out to be a BDM-owned business. The ice cream was delicious, got a free BDM sticker, and had a great conversation with the owner. Just wanted to say thanks for the amazing community you guys have built and give them a plug on the show. The place was empty.
Yeah.
So get out there, BDMs.
Yeah, get out there and support them. I hit them up on Facebook as soon as I got that message. I just hit up Monster Dough and said, hey, the fact that you guys give away our stickers and stuff like that, you make us look good.
Yeah,
you know? And the fact that you give good customer service to people and they enjoy your product, you made me look good. Like, I didn't do anything, you know?
So they're right on the hookups page along with a bunch of other businesses, Her Majesty's Services. There's Thompson Gas on there, if you need propane.
Indeed.
A bunch of them. So
is that just like regular propane tanks, or is it like the monster ones that you have?
The big ones. It's mainly for house.
The little ones.
For house, the little ones that I'm sure they can, do something. It's mainly for the big ones.
I need one from a Blackstone.
You gotta. No, that's a Blue Rhino scenario there.
Yeah, okay.
That's a Publix.
What is the walk with the big dog shirt?
What do you mean walk with a big dog? Stay on the porch?
Something like that.
Are you telling Sam to stay on the porch because she has a tiny propane tank?
Yeah. I'm going to, keep her tiny
Does yours
tanks.
even work to your gas grill?
Yes, Thompson fixed it, but they said it was a goddamn bum scare before.
Okay.
They said, oh my God! They said, you've been living like this? And so apparently it was real.
Did you ever
bad.
fix the bottom of your outdoor kitchen underneath the sink where it's just a myriad of wires?
No, that's on my list.
Can I mean, like, why?
Just don't look at it.
Why is that not on the list? Because that one to me, I'm not sure I understand the prioritization of said list.
Yeah. It's if the things I wait to do the procrastinate the longest go on the bottom of the list.
Okay, all right. Now it makes sense.
It's the things that at the beginning that I waited too long are now at the end, and forever will be at the end. Now.
Okay, so it's almost like they're the end of the snake, but that part of the snake has no circulation and has died.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, Samantha, first email.
All right. I just heard you guys talking about one wheels and how everyone who rides them are old guys. Also, Tom said his dream is to just ride around with Tommy and Max. I just wanted to say that there are guys that are the same as you out there. I have an XR Plus and a Pint, and we do family rides almost every day. P.S. I got a one wheel because you guys were talking about it. Too bad they're not a sponsor. And then he posted a picture of him and his son riding their one wheels
tooling down the road.
Oh my God!
It's your dream.
That is my dream.
That's your dream.
And, oh God!
It'll happen.
I
think it'll happen.
Crystal,
No, you can't. Look, you can't stop them from everything.
Yeah, I know.
And ants are bad enough. So I say one wheel, you got to do it.
By the way, this gentleman, I don't know how old he is, but
he's in the chat. How old are you, Matt?
Yeah, when we said old, we're talking about ourselves here.
We're not. Seth Petrozelli here. Hello, Seth.
I apologize for being late.
Matt's 37 years old.
My pay.
You are an old guy.
Yeah, I mean,
likes a one wheel.
You're middle aged and you have a one wheel. There you go.
Yeah. That's we're talking about. I don't see too many 19-year-olds and 16-year-olds.
You don't see kids riding those, and you know the new one that's even worse than one wheels, and I will make fun of this, even though this is way more dangerous, are those giant unicycles. There's a guy that rides one on Primrose, and he holds his chihuahua, and he does like 60 miles, and he's hauling ass.
I saw a guy eat shit on the side of a highway.
On the
saw that video?
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
bad.
this guy's doing, if he's living, no, it's just like a unicycle.
It's an electric unicycle.
It's like the wheel is like 2 foot tall, and the dude's on it, holding his dog at like 50 miles. Yeah! boom.
When you
and if he hit a car, he and his dog would instantly go to dust.
Yeah. When you were talking about that the other day with Travis and talking about what is that thing, and then you were like, I swear he's going 50 miles an hour. I was about to say, well, that's not. That's an exaggeration. It's too fast,
dude. It looks crazy.
And then I saw that video in the BDM page of the same guy.
Hauling ass.
That guy was going fucking. I mean, way faster than 35-40. Like,
the guy that had his backpack like in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, so you're right.
Well, that's to absorb the impact. If you fall, you can
have you seen these guys? Like this thing is and they don't wear helmets. Like the guy on Primrose, it's over where I get my hair cut at Liberty Barber. This guy flies down the road, and you see him, and he's holding his dog, and all I can think about is the poor dog that doesn't want to fucking be riding on a dumb unicycle or whatever. I don't even know what this thing is, but. Way too fast. Put a helmet on and leave your dog at home.
When it stops, do you have to put your feet down, or is it wide enough higher?
Yeah, I think he would have to, right? Or no.
No, they're like a Segway balance as well.
Cool.
So you can basically, it's a gizmo duck type of.
It's 100% a gizmo duck.
You're going forward and backward.
That's why you guys are obsessed with all of this.
What?
Gizmo duck, DuckTales.
Yeah.
It created a generation of weirdos that are now obsessed with unicycles and weird things.
I hate
now we have a bunch of fat dads riding around with their dogs in their hands.
No, those unicycles are stupid. And if you ride that, you're stupid.
Not that much different.
It's totally different. Me and Travis had long conversations about this.
Of course you did.
When you just made us late yesterday for all of our interviews. And Sam's like, please stop the conversation about
break them up.
Yeah, these guys. What do you think? You're a jock and a bully. What do you think of these nerds and their dumb unicycles?
Yeah, I mean it's a little over the top. I think it's a fad that'll just
over the top. Guy in a tampon.
That's badass. If you look at that, you're like, that's badass. If you see a guy driving that down the highway and a guy driving a unicycle with a chihuahua,
wait a minute.
Who are you going to point at and be like, nerd?
I think that we can all agree that the only people that are not douchebags in this room are me and Sam.
God damn it! Hold on, I'm trying to figure out
what's
tampon car or unicycle.
Oh man!
God damn!
I think you put your unicycle in your car, right? I think that's the way it works.
I could make my car a unicycle somehow. I could one wheel it.
It's on the exact opposite side of the spectrum, but still on the extreme sides of the spectrum. Like
over the top, like you said.
Yeah. And
guess what? They look at my car, they see my website, they go to it.
I don't know. I don't think they do.
Well, they could go to it and be like, "This douchebag owns this business."
If you were asking me which one,
I'm pretty sure if they see that car, they're like. And they find out you own it.
You know, I don't give a shit about you. I don't give a shit about adults. What I care about is
if you own.
No, I don't.
If you own Monster Dough, then I'd be surprised. Be like, oh shit!
I care about the kids walking by that go and they love it and they get excited and I rev the engine. I do it because I think the kids are cool as hell and they look at it. It's weird because I like kids to be happy.
Kids, that's so bad. Kids think it's cool.
I like
kids to be happy.
These tiny little kids. These little kids walk by and I'm like, that's a cool car. I'm like, thanks. And I'm making them be happy.
Screaming out if it's weird. I want kids to be happy. It's a little bit weird.
I have tears in my eyes because I don't understand how I'm supposed to feel at this moment. This is a very awkward interaction.
What do you mean?
Also, this whole conversation is weird because I got two one-wheel nerds arguing with a tampon carbon about what's not weird. You guys are all weirdos with your dumb vehicles.
I'm like Santa Claus of cars.
You guys, all three of you have.
Mel Gibson Santa Claus.
I just hate to say it, but all three of you have dickhead vehicles.
Yes.
They're all dickhead vehicles.
You're the dog, the bounty hunter's earrings of cars.
and if little kids think it's cool, then I'm fine with it. Because that's what I want to do. It brings a smile to my face when a kid walks by and goes, ah!
Hey, look!
But little kids think that Willy Wonka's car is cool.
Yeah, so?
They love the Wienermobile.
Yeah,
who cares?
Chitty chitty bang bang. It all goes in the same category.
Well, who cares though?
All right.
I don't care. I'm like you. I don't give a fuck. You guys care too much.
My sons think dump trucks are cool. Dump trucks are cool.
The question was, what is douchier, unicycle or...
My sons think, like, I wish I could drive a dump truck when I grow up.
Don't say that.
No, you don't. I don't tell them that, but...
I slap my daughter's face. I go, don't you ever say that again in this house.
So, anyway...
My dad drove a dump truck.
We're taking a break from Mail on Mail to talk about Seth.
But I got a email about him.
We're going to do it.
We're going to go to that. We're going to do it.
So, three things. I got three things. Speaking of your car, a BDM took a picture of a car down in Pompano Beach, I believe.
A low-budget version, yes, I saw.
And said, hey, Seth's down here in Pompano Beach.
Welcome back to Douche on a Budget. I'm going to show you how to get pretty similar to a tampon car, but on $20.
And I'm like, I did think to myself, if Seth could be anywhere on the weekend, it'd be Pompano Beach. But it wasn't you.
No.
It was someone else, but with the same white Charger
Same
with
idea.
blood on the front.
Challenger.
Or Hellcat.
Challenger,
whatever
Charger,
the fuck.
whatever.
No, I don't think it was a Hellcat. It didn't have a little badge on the side.
Okay.
That's definitely way low.
But it was basically the same car, white, with blood on the front.
It's a trend.
And so then I was like, well, wait a minute. Is this a thing like fire?
It's a gang, yeah.
Like they're saying, like, you know how it used to be in the 80s, you put fire behind the front wheels of your Trans Am?
That was my choice. I was thinking fire or blood. I was literally my Hummer had fire on it.
It's funny how like if you're kind of a meathead, you only have a couple of things to jazz up your car. It's either fire or blood.
Or skulls.
Or skulls. Yeah.
Diamond plate.
And
I was looking at Jaguars too, and if I got the Jaguar, I was going to do like a Tron style, like it was going to be all like
oh, that's cool. Why didn't you do that?
Because
that's way cool.
Because I'm not a Euro douchebag. I'm an American douchebag.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Patriotic.
I can't argue if you're going to buy American, right? That'd be un-American.
So, like the European MMA fire douchebags, they decorate their car in Tron squares and orbs.
That's European douchebags.
So,
lines.
European flames are orbs. And like squares and
flames are very American. If you go to Europe, you do like more ghost flames or balls.
Yeah. Triangle, like neon triangle.
Light flares.
Really big now is
I concur.
Army camouflage, like the block stellar, the block.
Oh, digital camo.
Digital camo.
Yeah,
I hate digital
that's
camo.
huge right
yeah,
now.
digital camo.
God, I hate it so much.
So, okay, back to the car blood thing. So, did you see that style? And then I thought it was something you came up with. Like,
I'll show you the guy.
I want the world to believe I'm driving through some dystopian zombie apocalypse.
I think that's
I
just thought
some
badass.
There's not much thought there. It's just one word.
I come from a land where people use that phrase, and it's fucking hurting my face right now.
Is it because
it's really hurting me?
Is it your hit and run bums or something? What is
that to me? That's what's disturbing me. It looks like you ran out and killed somebody.
It's a Hellcat. It's spawned from hell.
No, so you want fire?
No,
you want lava, and you want a Hitler arm coming out. You want like Jeffrey Dahmer's arm coming out, and you want like fucking.
And hell is there's not a river of blood. It's a fire.
There's dead corpses walking around.
It's lava.
It's evil. It's just evil.
I don't know.
All right.
That's not why I did it. I just did it because I like the look.
I don't know. I am leaning towards digital unicycles. I am.
So,
55 miles an hour. I mean, I don't think I have the balls to do that,
Now,
and I love riding shit without a helmet.
Can you bring up Seth's last Facebook video?
I can indeed.
Because listen.
You should not have come here today, Seth.
I guess not.
Gonna be good
I'm already having a bad fucking past 2 weeks.
I swear.
I'm not even joking.
Hey, make you feel better is you kick this guy's fucking mustache off.
Trust me, I'm itching to do something.
Here's the thing, Seth. I look at this.
I'm gonna break this microphone.
This helps the world understand you because on the surface,
fuck the world.
They're looking at your blood Hellcat and your posts on social media and and everything, and then they're judging you because I feel like they don't know you, right? And this is the problem with everybody. I feel like they
don't know me, man.
They judge it on the surface. They stereotype. They're like, oh, I know what this guy's about just by the things you're into and the cars you drive and that kind of thing.
And surprise, I just want to make kids happy.
Just want to make kids happy.
It's just for the kids.
I'm not kidding.
And I feel like a lot of people may clown on the karate. I hope I
what? So you're about to do it right now?
No, I swear I'm not. I swear this is not about clowning. This is about understanding it.
Yeah, okay.
Because I feel like
that's fair.
I and a lot of our listeners and I feel people in our society don't really understand what exactly this is, and if you could explain it to us, then I feel we wouldn't.
Do you want to see a bit?
It. And because
all right, here's a little.
This
bit
is from your post on Monday.
Where are you, by the way? It's a nice park.
That's across the street from my house, which I'm not giving away the location.
Okay, don't. Yeah,
and you
here
are.
we go. Here we'll give a little karate.
All right, the spin, up, jump kick, down, 2 Dukins. So, all right.
Okay, the very first move, like, do you want the boom? So the bunkai basically means the application.
Give me the bunkai! I'm sorry, I was ready to.
So, because we've all seen the person doing the karate, and it's kind of like ghost boxing or like shadow boxing. It's where you're just
by yourself
doing the forms, right?
Yeah.
And I can't tell if what you're doing is easy, hard, is this good or bad. I don't understand it. And can you explain what it is? Because that's all that I think. When I think other people see this, and the problem with it is
you just don't understand what he's doing. So you don't know how to gauge whether or not what he's doing is good or bad. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, or even how much skill it takes.
Okay, fair enough.
Or the difficulty. And I compare it to the Brazilian capoeira or whatever, however you pronounce it. Because when they're doing it on the beach, they're doing the flips, and I'm like, whoa, that takes a lot of skill. They're doing standing flips and flip kicks, and then I'm seeing like, whoa, that's hard. But what you're doing, it feels like I can do it, even though I know I can't, because that takes some sort of training. I assume.
Would give anything to see you try to do that.
The proper stances and like the snap in your hips.
Yeah, and I want to see you spin. I don't think I've ever seen you turn your body
to keep balance as you're spinning.
Form, right?
Okay, that's a kata. I'm doing. That's only like the first 10% of a kata that I.
Can you turn your body?
I know I'm stiff, and
I'm actually being serious. I don't know if like I've been doing a lot of stretching. That's my new thing.
That's good.
Is I'm doing yoga and stretching, like even more so than riding the bike every day now, because the bike, if you do all that and you don't stretch, then all you do is your muscles are you're hurting yourself. So I'm trying to do a lot more recovery and stretching. I don't think either of us could twist like. I don't think we can twist like that.
Yeah,
he twists like Michael Keaton in Batman costume. One movement.
No, I understand. I cannot do
How
this.
difficult is this kata in the land of katas?
I mean, difficult. I mean,
what's the hardest kata?
I mean, we have 50 plus kata. There's so many kata out there.
Oh, it's kata. You don't say katas. See, I'm screwing it all up.
So does this take a...
That's a higher level kata.
Level,
just because there's jumping and spinning in it. A lot of them are just... A lot of the basic... For the first, 2-3 years of karate, it's, kind of basic turns, 90-degree turns.
Can you do your own?
Turns.
Is there a freestyle kata?
There's... styles that let you make up your own kata, but no, this is these date back to
this is like ancient
1800s,
shit. Yeah.
I feel
1700s.
I just feel like when I see you kick a baseball bat in half in person,
more impressive.
I'm like, oh my god, how is that possible? And then I see how much your strength in your legs and your shin, how strong it is.
My quads are busting out in that.
But what you're saying
is
you're saying kata is the electric unicycle of karate.
If you would see other people do kata, I guess you could say that's it's good because other people don't like the snap. It takes a lot of, and plus the memorization of all that kata is like a minute and a half long to complete the entire thing.
Clance kata.
So it's a lot of memorization and stuff too.
Is it in its particular
dance
order?
routine?
So you have to do an exact order, exact spin, exact movement, exact hand placement. Everything has to be to the T.
Then this is TikTok.
Yeah.
So is somebody doing this on TikTok? Because that would be brilliant.
I have the full kata on my YouTube.
No, you need to do katas on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay,
for the kids, bro.
Make them smile.
Love that.
Make them smile. They'll
have my car in the background.
If I wish, you know what? If there's a teen listening, give us a call.
No, don't say that.
I want to talk to a teen.
I don't know.
And
get your phone out.
And see, no.
I just want to see if they think
I am. Once I open the actual dojo in a couple months, I am gonna try. It's gonna be difficult, but I'm gonna go to middle schools and high schools and because I used to do this at shut up. I did this for the jungle, and we went and did kickboxing demonstrations to get students and stuff like that.
Kitty Powers rides again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I want to do something cool for karate, like making
Y'all
karate
ready for
cool.
douche?
He pulls up in his Hellcat one with like a dare car. And then,
what's up, guys?
all the middle school kids mad. They're mad they have to sit through it.
They're not going to be mad. I'm going to make it cool. I'm going to make it so cool for them.
Then go to elementary school, don't go to middle school, because they're mean as hell.
You're doing the Thriller dance. These kids don't fucking know Thriller.
That's true.
They literally, to them, Michael Jackson, goddamn pedophile.
You're doing exactly what our friend Mark Merrill does. He goes to school.
Yeah, Mark's cool. I'm not going to be as positive as
All
Mark.
they know about Michael Jackson is the gander. They don't know.
I know you guys think that karate's not as cool as your Billie Eilish or your Drake the Clown or any of that, but get with me, enjoy.
Why do I talk like that all the time?
Y'all ready for this?
What's your dojo called again?
Junguru Dojo.
You gotta join the Junkie Doo-Doo Dojo.
You have the roll-up banner. Is that where you put them up yourself? That's the way. We've done.
Whatever. If I show up there, if I show up there and bring my
He's right. He
when
got
you put
me.
up your own banners.
I have white claw on my nose right now. Oh, you go, you're a podcaster, you're setting up for your first thing. You put the banner up and you hook it to the top. People are walking up, they're like, what are you setting up for?
What's going on here?
I do a radio show at a pie.
This happens at every one of my events. Don't feel bad, Seth.
Well, if I show up, what if I show up with like a baseball bat and have them hold it as I break the baseball bat?
That's way cool.
Yeah, that's what they want to see.
And then play the music. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. That's what they want.
Yeah.
What is it called? Jungugu Doo-Doo?
Jungle in Japanese. So Junguru.
Junguru.
So
Junguru.
Let's read the email that we got, Seth. Not to pile on too hard.
So I got more shit.
Seth
now.
Petrozelli, this is your life.
That's what it feels like.
Do you remember this voice?
I did tell everybody.
No, I'm having like panic attacks every night.
What's going on about renting out the place?
Everything, life.
Why? No, you got a good girl. You got a successful business. You got real estate.
I got successful one business. I want to make sure the other one's going to be good.
Well, we don't know that yet. You could fail.
Health.
You could fail.
You could fail.
Yeah. Every morning I wake up, I look in the mirror. I'm like, you're this close to failing, but I persevere. I power through. I get on my electric unicycle. I ride my ass off. I ride for the hills.
50.
We're just living in stressful times, and I'm stressed.
I know.
So give me more. What's the email?
Yep. Come on, let's pile on.
Maybe we should ride because I did.
Now he's feeling bad.
I said every man has his limits.
He does. He does. How close are you to your limit?
I mean, I'm like at 1 to 10.
So if we went in on you today,
I'm like
it's not the right
7.5.
day. Not the right day.
Is this saying that I'm a racist asshole? Or
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Not racist.
We moved that one to the back.
Sexist?
I deleted that one.
No, not sexist.
What other ists are there?
This one cut a little deep. There, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so it says...
Just tell me who it is and I'm going to find you.
Oh, my God.
Well, it's not this guy's fault. He says, I was just listening to the ACT where Seth was talking about his Halloween costume. He said he searched Seth Petrozelli gay, and it was the second picture. I scrolled a little more, and I noticed a pic that said 50 worst UFC fighters of all time.
Oh, that just came out.
As I'm scrolling the list, Seth weighs in at number 36. They shit on him pretty good, but the best part of the article was the very end where they said it's a shame considering Seth could have been sport's first openly gay superstar. I'd love to hear Tom read this article to Seth and hear his opinion.
I already read it. I don't need to get read.
The guy, it was all tongue-in-cheek.
Well, but did you see the other names on the list? They're all like legends. They're all like huge names.
But it's also like the guy went in the Wayback Machine. I think like number 50 was like Tank Abbott or something. It was it was like this guy obviously, I read the whole article. This guy obviously loved the heyday, kind of like the way I grew up on UFC when it was more of a strongman competition and less of a these guys actually know what the fuck they're doing. It was more of a we have a biker and we have a really fat Japanese guy, push them together and kill each other.
This is what I have to say to this article and the dozens of other articles I've come out with from about me and other UFC fighters and other fighters in general is unless you're the 0.02% of the people that actually get in a cage and fight, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what we go through. You have no idea what we put ourselves through in the cage. You know about anything of what you're talking about, so shut the fuck up.
Now, if you would have said Seth's the best fighter of all time,
yeah, what would you have said to him then?
No, I still am like, no, obviously I'm not. I mean, come on.
No,
you did good though. You did better than. I mean, you could put you in the 99% category, right? You could.
I mean, a lot of people don't even make it to the.
We are for podcasting, like believe it or not. We're in the 99th percentile of like most amount of downloads, but we're not on the top tier. Yeah, we are, but we're not good.
It's because you bring people like me on.
That's true. Yeah.
I was going to stop, but I just feel compelled to do one more.
Okay, what's the other one?
Wait, there's another email?
No. Just say I watched an interview.
Christ.
We've been just compiling.
Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe
it's up to you.
An interview on what?
It was your induction into the MMA Florida.
Did
Hall
I say
of Fame.
something bad or something?
No.
He's sensitive today, and you're hurting his feelings.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
I told you before this started.
Yeah.
I did say, I'm like, Seth's not
If
sensitive.
Sam warns you, then you got to know because she's always on my ass.
See, thank you. I told him, I was like, Seth's sensitive. I think this is too much.
I'm like, he could take it.
You know, I'm going to tell you right now, Sam was looking out for you.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, Sam stuck her neck out for you, man.
She did start the card douchey thing right away, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's fair game because it's been on the table before. There's new stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Okay, just go ahead.
No.
Oh, I sound like you're going to cry.
I'm not going to cry. I'm
He's like,
I'm used to it
get
now.
the beating over
I just
with,
rather
Dad.
this be done.
I know that voice.
I noticed two things that I found, just a little bit funny. One is
God, you got a killer instinct in your eyes today, man. I'm looking into your head, and all you want to do is murder Seth.
Hold on. Like, I did say before the show started, I'm like, Seth's fine. He's living the life. He's rich. He's got a young girlfriend. He's ripped.
Who does the karate with him. That's the most important thing in your life, right?
Yeah, of course.
Congrats to her.
She just got her new orange belt. Yeah.
I'm like, none of our audience is going to be like, you're giving him too hard of a time.
Bullshit.
Like,
Somebody in the chat's probly saying it, right?
It's a perfect.
I'll read the first comment that pops up.
It's a perfect victim.
Get him, Tom. That's then it says, never take your foot off the gas.
They don't feel bad. I said Seth's the perfect bully victim because nobody feels bad for him.
He's just in a mood. We love you, Seth. It's just fun to poke at you. There's one.
Yes.
Or you're poking a bear.
Yeah.
A sleeping bear.
Yeah. Also,
and by bear, I mean gay hairy man.
His things might be nice, much like Dan, emotions and the way you feel internally are a bigger deal.
I got a little Bonaducci in me.
Is that deep?
And the fact
you're going to ride a skateboard while drinking vodka in your own documentary?
And the fact that I am cognizant if I do push Seth too far. And
I know what's going to happen. You know what?
I can take it because I'm tough. I'll just internalize it and then go.
You know what he'll do?
Beat an animal.
You know how I know? Oh my God. He would never do that.
I just said that as a joke.
You would, dude. I
never
know
in my life.
Never you'd rather get beat.
Yes, I'd rather get beat up.
There's no way in hell.
If I had a choice of killing an animal or getting beat up myself, I would choose.
I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact.
Get home and take a turtle. Put it over your knee.
That is funny.
Barry Bonds. So
that's terrible.
Not Professor Green.
Yeah, he would never do that. No. Like you got look honestly, if Professor Green got hit in front of him, he'd start bawling.
Oh yeah, and I would beat up the person who did it, even if it was an accident.
It's like an old granny.
I don't care.
Backed over him leaving church. You go through like smashing her wig off.
I trip her and let her fall.
Do you want to play this?
Yeah. But I have done the math. I was like, if Seth does get up and kick me in the head, you'll have Twitch feed. It'll be viral.
I would never be violent. It's on video.
I'll tell.
He'll wait.
Catch you up front.
He'll yell at me like, turn the fucking cameras off. Then he starts beating your tits.
I'll tell Juan. I'm like, release the clip and label it gay MMA fighter. I already got the plan. Anyway,
right.
so
gay MMA fighter beats up robot. All right, here we go. Here's the clip.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
And if I could just lastly from me, I'm sure Raphael might have some more, but one more thing I would really like to ask you, and it's really for everybody. To call you just an MMA fighter would be a disservice. You're somewhat of a renaissance man with combat sports. You're a Swiss Army knife. Yes.
You are indeed. I mean, when you walk in, I Swiss Army knife.
My God, we're in the presence of a Renaissance man.
My God, can you pass me your toothpick or your tweezers, please?
He means because I've studied so many different martial arts.
This guy knows how to Dukin and poo-poo shoes. The true.
Yeah, exactly. what kind of advice? I mean, and some people don't have advice because some people it's just in them, and they're like, I don't know, it's just what I do. But if you had any advice for fighters who are looking for that next thing after their career, which we know doesn't last more than about 10 years in most cases, right? What would you tell them?
Tell them to jack off in the back of their smoothie store.
Oh yeah. I don't get what was funny about that. That I'm not a Renaissance man. I didn't call myself a Renaissance man. I'm sure he just like pulling words out of the air.
That guy was laying it on thick. Oh my God, that guy wants a smoothie.
If someone was interviewing Butler and called him a modern day poet, I'd laugh too. It's just general clowning. I'm sorry.
You don't understand the mixed martial art world. So.
Yeah. Obviously,
it's getting real.
No. I'm joking, man.
You know how I'll know?
You're jealous because you can never be.
You know how I'll know this went weird and how he's feeling bad? You want to know how I'll know? I'll be sitting here editing, and then I'll see an email notification come through. It'll be like, Tom Van paid Seth Petrozelli $100, and he'll do it fast.
Right away.
Yeah, I'll feel bad.
Instead of just me, instead of waiting for
this will make it better since I have no emotions. he'll send you money so bad. Watch,
money, it does make things better.
Also, just vetoed a bid.
Also, I know when Seth gets in his Hellcat, he immediately forgets because he.
No, I don't even forget. I'll go to my fucking psychology appointment tomorrow or my therapist appointment tomorrow.
You'll
have to talk about this.
You'll get home, you'll look at your nude body ripped, and then
I'll think that my insides are dying.
Do you ever look? Hey, do you ever get distracted? This is a serious question that might be too far, but I don't want you to get mad at me. Do you ever get distracted while you're making love to a woman looking at yourself? Because I think, I looked down this morning because I was lucky enough to get lucky before I came here this morning.
Man.
I love a morning. Yeah, I love to eat pussy in the morning. I just love it.
Right.
No, don't do that.
For breakfast.
I love it. It's and it's got a different. It's a little different.
Oh yeah,
it was able to.
Hours.
It was almost like you proof the dough overnight. Like,
aerated.
Yeah, and I was looking down doggy style at Andrea, and I was like, "This looks amazing." And then I caught a glimpse of myself, and I was repulsed.
Oh really?
I swear to God, it looked like the Porky's barbecue pig was pumping my life. And the only thing I was missing was sunglasses. I looked like I was going to town, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" Wow. You can smell their butts from a mile away. Porky's barbecue,
dancing in the fire.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, do you American Psycho it and look at yourself in the mirror?
I mean, I do just so I know what she's looking at looks good. Like I want to make sure, like I have the V going. As I go.
No V here. I look like a P, not a V. But upside down P.
I don't do it. I don't turn myself on, but I do it to make sure that I look good for my girlfriend.
I've looked at myself too. And it looks like I'm sliding off a roof. I'm trying to stay on.
That's the funniest thing you ever said. Looks like you're hanging up Christmas lights sliding down a roof.
I don't know what that means either.
No, he remembers I did that one time in Deltona. I slid up my roof putting up Christmas lights. And it peeled my T-shirt up. It peeled my shirt up. It pulled my jacket and everything off. And I was hanging. I knew I was going to fall. And I just fell into the bushes.
All right, let's do voice. Let's do a voicemail.
All right. Oh my God!
I'm just messing with you, Seth.
That's the funniest shit you've ever seen. This one ties into the car a little bit. We can all no. It's not about you.
Keep going.
It's just about cars in general. You'll see what I mean.
What's up, TND? It's Shart and Randy. I think I've got your next sit-stand debate here. What do you guys feel about people who park pulling in or park backing in? I think if you're a back-in parker, this says a lot of horrible things about your character. What say you guys?
I used to be that guy. I'm still laughing at sliding off a roof. I'm sorry. That's really funny to me. I used to be the guy that would rail against people backing in. I used to say, and you guys know I've said douchebag. For years I've said it. I still stand behind that, but I think I'm easing up a little bit on it because I think I'm getting older.
My husband does it, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, I hate it.
So
Butler says old men do it, and I go, well, my husband does it.
My dad used to do it. It's an old man move. Yeah, or a douchebag move. But like, for some reason, it's not. I'm not as spicy about it as I normally would be. I think I'm getting soft.
I'm content. Whatever.
Yeah.
Is it a preparation thing? Like you're going to back in so you could leave
quick.
Yeah.
But sometimes
then
those
it takes longer to get in because I'm in a restaurant. I'm like, screw this. I'll just pull right in.
Yes. Yeah.
But with my car, when I bought my car, they recommended. They're like, we tell this to everyone.
What's up, T&D? It's Shard and Randy. I think I've got your next.
Have you ever seen a
front so low?
Yeah, well, I've never seen that start on its own. That's very, very odd. I don't think people that back in understand. Like, there's a guy that does it every morning. We must be on the same schedule when I go to get like a Diet Mountain Dew or something at 7-Eleven and see the ladies that I know up here. And when I go to pull in, he's always there. It's about the same time. We're on our routine. He doesn't understand that when he backs in, he takes over the entire parking lot because he's got to back in. He doesn't get that it really slows the other cars that are getting gas. It's a tiny...
pulling in,
yeah, it's a very small little area that you have. There's maybe 6 parking spots, maybe 8. And he doesn't understand that you're really inconveniencing everybody when you do it.
Oh, yes. If it's busy and people are pulling in and out, and it's like a busy parking lot, then that's kind of shitty.
But I think he feels like, I'm here first, it's my car, I'm in the parking lot. Yeah, it's my turn to go. And I kind of think that's bullshit. And I think a lot of people that back in don't think about that.
I also feel like you're throwing it in my face that you have all the time in the world to prepare for your eventual exit. Because, like, everybody else is in a hurry and just pulling in, and then you're like, well, I'll fucking back in because I'm early or I've got all, as much time as I need.
Yeah.
Because it's not a time saver because you're taking the, okay, you could leave faster, but it also takes you longer to park. So you're getting it on the other side of it, so it's the same exact time. It's just telling everybody I can take as much time as I want to get in because I got here early.
You know what? I have anxiety. Like, I'm going to start giving you guys weird things I have anxiety. I'm going to throw it out there just so you can see how tortured I am every day. Like right now, literally tortured.
Yeah.
The parking at Disney, when they do, you pull in and you're the first car and the second car comes behind me, that rattles the shit out of me.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Yeah, because like the doors are too close and people are putting up their tailgates, they're getting their strollers out and wheelchairs and everything, and it's just, I hate it. I hate it. I want my own spot that's mine. There's my one for the day.
I agree.
Well, there you go.
So, a couple things. One is I almost hit a lady the other day because I'm getting too lazy.
Like you punched her?
No.
Wait, now you're too lazy?
Well, I'm just using my backup camera only. I'm not checking.
Yeah. I let my car drive me around.
Well, but I did that, and then I started going, and then a fucking old lady was like, ah! Like, I didn't see her walking, so I put it in reverse, and I looked at my back, and I started to back up, and she walked, and she was like, oh! And it was like, oh, that could have been bad.
You gotta, well, it's a camera.
Yeah.
Do you have your windows up?
Yeah. I'm just saying I should have did the old check.
Did you say anything to her? Like, I'm sorry?
No, I just stopped them.
Did you honk? I'm like, get far away, old bitch.
How do you guys handle that? Like, if you're backing up.
If I'm in the right, then I go off on the person.
See, I think now I always assume I'm in the wrong. So I just go like, sorry.
Yeah,
I just go instant
wave.
Sorry.
A wave.
Yeah.
I got too much aggression for that.
I think it's dangerous nowadays. You want to do an email or?
Yeah, let's do an email.
Oh, we're going back to emails? I thought we gave up on it.
All right, no,
I can do one more, and then we can take a break. We can do the shot. We can take a break. I know we got one foot in the cranberry, man. We know.
Okay.
This is an update from, you remember the guy that called us about his Bisto experience?
Oh, yeah.
That guy's obsessed with us sort of like shaming him. Like, I think we went in on him, sort of like we went in on Seth, and like... This guy can't handle it, and he's mad, and he's sad that we like say he's a beasto fucker. And
he left the voicemail.
He called and told us
multiple times, and he has to call in and clarify.
What's a beasto?
You've slept with a beasto, right?
There's no way Seth slept with a beasto.
Not when he was a bigger.
What?
A slam hog.
I've never heard that.
What is that?
What is that?
Oh my god! I think we just
let's come back to bullying.
Yeah, I think we just.
See, I told you.
That's all we needed.
I told you.
That's all we needed was one horrible phrase from Seth. It justified the whole fucking thing.
You guys just said a bad phrase. I just know what I'm.
You know in video games when it refuels your level.
I just got pumped up.
I took all of it out.
It's River City Ransom. It's River City Ransom when eat the sushi in the sushi bar. I just fueled up on Slam Hog.
We got the Slam Hog energy. We're full bully power again.
The whole chat room's like, good Lord, my God, can't believe it.
That's crazy. Oh, wow.
I have never heard Slam
Hog. I'm sorry that
before.
I've heard that word before.
But it sounds like the best cartoon to watch if I were Tommy and Mags. You guys want to watch Slam Hogs?
Sounds
like an awesome,
right? You never...
like pigs in space.
No, that's too far. Dude.
I'm pretty picky. I'm very, very picky.
That one girl that stole my old dog tag and my watch. Oh, that's Slam Hog. Man, there was no slamming because my blammer was my
blammer.
Yeah, my hammer was my slam hammer was too small. I had a tiny my hog was too small for my Slam Hog, and she had to fake it.
So what's his email?
It says, "What up, fam? I unfortunately am the guy that hooked up with the girl in Lake Mary with the bottle of vodka and whatnot. If y'all want to clown me on the show, I'm up for it. If not, that's fine too. I for sure will stop saying my name before my voicemails, as people I know are starting to come up to me and asking me, 'Bro, is that you?' Which is off-putting because I forget this goes out to quite a lot of people. I love y'all and the show. Be safe out there. The guy who lives in Castleberry, who shall remain nameless."
No,
I do like that people are like, I forget that people listen to you guys.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot.
You know why that is, I think, is because most people, I assume, probably listen to this by themselves.
Well, yeah.
But
I tell people to, if you listen to this with more than one person,
so then you
I don't trust you.
You get the impression that it's got to be, only you are listening. So then when you experience other, and because we haven't done an event in a year, so
that's crazy.
Usually when we do an event and you see, a couple thousand other people, you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that.
Why did you cancel?
All these people know my Slam Hog.
Why did you cancel Slam Hogtoberfest?
How dare you, sir?
I was excited for that.
Yeah. So then you get scared and you're like, oh, I hope no one recognizes my voice from Slam Hog. Anyway, let's take a break.
Shot now or shot when we come out?
Let's do a shot now.
Yeah, let's do it now.
I'm going into the break.
Yeah, me too. Butler, I'm going to give you your reverb. Take it away, sir.
All right. Cheers to Tom, Dan, and Sam. Without you, I wouldn't be who I am. So take the blame or credit. Pick your side. Just know about that last sentiment. I may have lied. Happy 32nd birthday, Buzz.
Oh. All right.
Cheers.
That's burning.
It tastes like soap.
Oh, we gave you soap.
I may have left a little bit of soap in yours.
I might have soap in my mouth.
I'm ready for Slam Hog.
That one was a burner. Woo.
I told you that one was going to be rough.
It was a single barrel, so it was very young.
Oh, my God. Did I even put the music in today?
That's fine.
One foot in the cranberry, buddy.
The name of this band is Sacred. The name of the song is Berlin Wall. No. Is that it? No. Mm-hmm. No, it is not. That's going to come up next. Right now, you're going to hear Home is West with the song 8 Seconds.
All right.
We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after this. 1-844-TOMNDAN.
Two strangers just passing by on the path that leads to nowhere.
Hey, what can you do when you're driving around in a brand new Subaru? You can shoot for the moon. You can shoot for some poon. You can drive around the town in your brand new Subaru. Now with 20% more poon.
No,
I knew you didn't want it either. I knew you didn't want it. I'm like, I see what this. That made this guy mad. Well, let's go back to it. Let's revisit poon.
I knew.
Give him the poon.
When I showed my dislike for the first poon.
Well, you said it.
You were going to give me.
Show it. You didn't just shake your head. You went, oh, no.
I knew more poon was coming after that.
Once you poon, you can't.
I hope they don't listen to this commercial. I think we're like, don't listen.
Okay, what is poon?
So, this is how
much... What is poon?
No, goddamn it.
What is poon? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
No. I thought you were going to go no boon at the end of the
Buy a car, a Subaru, or get a Mitsubishi, that's what you need to do. Or how about a Chevy? They're really heavy, just like your poo.
No!
That's a heavy-ass poo.
No!
Just don't laugh, Sam! Heavy ass spoon.
God damn it. This is
the last one. This is like yesterday you proclaimed something used like that is the last time I'm going to scream bye-bye. We lose the client today.
Okay,
I swear on it. I swear on it.
They're like, I hope they don't bring it. In fact, they call me and they're like, we have to have a meeting. I'm like, I know. I'm not coming.
You just slowly put the phone.
I know what it's about. Of course I know. We put it out. In fact, we recorded it. It didn't have to be put out.
No.
And then we were like, let's put it out.
But you saw it, and then I saw it. It even passed Sam's eyes.
Yeah.
And Butler, he just laughed. He's like, boom! Shoot for the boom!
So, anyway, you guys...
Yeah, you know the deal by now.
I've gotten 4 cars from the dealerships, and my wife just got a brand new Traverse.
Your wife's Traverse is one of the most technically... that thing is friggin' advanced.
Dude, 5 cars. I just, because it was the Subaru Forester over at Don Mealy Sport Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi right there in West Colonial Drive.
Yeah. You went Forester
then
to...
WRX.
Okay.
And then at the same time, my wife got a pre-owned Traverse at the Subaru dealership because they had a pre-owned Traverse that she liked.
Yeah.
Then
you stole it from her and sold it for your Silverado. J.C. Harrelson, go see him if you're in the, you want a truck or a Corvette. That's his thing.
Yeah, Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont, J.C. Harrelson. And then my wife liked Traverse she had so much that she went back and bought a new Traverse from J.C. Harrelson and Don Mealy Chevrolet. 5 vehicles.
Yeah, you can do the same thing.
Anyway, go talk to him.
5 golden rings.
Oh, I thought you were going to go.
5 heavy...
No, come on.
5 heavy poons, 4 dad dogs, 3 Bud Lights, 2 shots of whiskey, and Butler forgot Holla Box and the soccer balls.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha Butler and our good friend Seth Petrozelli. All with 1 foot in the turkey, 1 foot in the cranberry. However you want to say it, doesn't matter.
The gravy.
So, before we do news...
Yeah, I love gravy.
I want to get Seth's advice on some gambling real quick.
This is how he rebutters you.
This is how he made me feel better.
So, he's like, hey, you're really good at fighting.
He likes to break you down.
And then he gives you the old... he's this close to giving you the old, very good. I'm telling you.
Hold on, how is this different than... I
don't need $100 that bad.
All your MMA...
Oh, yeah. I would, if I were you, I'd quit the show.
It seems like you do, but then when you text me, hey, you forgot to pay me.
He does. 2 days it's my favorite thing.
I'm like, how do you notice that?
And I'm not even involved in it, but I just look at the text messages while I'm editing and I laugh and I laugh.
My memory's good. I know when something pops up on my PayPal account or Venmo or whatever.
So, anyway,
I don't even remember how you get paid.
There's a boxing match over the weekend, and it falls under the category of novelty.
Yeah,
to me, at least.
It's goof. It's an electric unicycle scenario.
And it's against Mike Tyson and Rory Jones Jr.
Rory Jones Jr., yes.
And so there's been a lot of talk about this.
I commentated with him, by the way.
Roy Jones?
Roy Jones, yeah. I did one of his fights. I commentated for his fight.
Really?
And for his production, yeah.
Wow, you got his number?
I was supposed to fight on the production. I got hurt right before the fight, so I commentated the whole event.
You got his number?
No, I don't think I have his number.
But
who's the most famous person in your phone?
Joe Rogan.
Let's call him right now.
No, he didn't answer last time. Remember I texted him?
No, but let's call it from this number.
That guy, 100 million.
The number you have reached.
Once you get paid $100 million, you change all your numbers, and then you cannot get a hold of that
I tried to change my number after you gave me my last check. he paid me out. He's like, yeah, here you go, and I'm like, and change AT&T log. I can't remember my login. So
the reason why I ask you, Seth, is I want to figure out. So I looked at the obviously gambling odds of this fight, and they seems to be down right now on offshore accounts.
It's a fake fight.
But so was Conor McGregor and Mayweather, and no one's like openly talking about it's a fake fight, but I think the consensus is it's an exhibition,
right?
That they kind of
no knockouts, right?
I believe that exhibition will always.
Didn't they say that?
Here's my take. By the way, the last fight, I don't think I'm a sportsman in any way, shape, or form, but the last fight, the Roy Jones and Conor McGregor, Mayweather, Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
I got that one right. I said they were going to dance around, and then they were going to lay it on whatever is the most respectful to the discipline, right?
Yeah, which is boxing.
So in this one, they're going to go with who they feel like needs respectful the most.
But that's an interesting question, because in the Mayweather-McGregor fight, like obviously anybody in the fight world knew that McGregor had no chance whatsoever beating Mayweather in a legitimate boxing match.
But with these two, I think they're as far as like name status wise in boxing, I feel they're on the same plane.
Really,
they're both older.
Maybe Mike Tyson a little bit more.
Well, I feel like Mike Tyson is more of a name.
He's more of a renaissance
but he's
man.
not more of a decorated fighter, is he?
I think
you got to go with Roy Jones. I think he has been in the game longer, didn't fuck up as much.
Samantha, can you look up their weight and age and shit?
I think you got to go right.
That's just a personal thing. I think that everyone, if you ask anyone to
who's the more pure fighter,
if you hold two pictures up to the general public and said who's this, everyone's going to know Mike Tyson.
Oh, of course, but I'm saying,
but that's why I feel like they're going to go.
And I might be wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I'm just saying in the fight world, Mike Tyson is, whereas heavy puncher, animal instinct, unbridled talent, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think as far as like who they think is a fighter, right? It's Roy Jones, right?
Well, the public, you're asking... I
mean like in boxing. If you go to like our buddy Jesse, he knows boxing so well, right?
Boxing purists probably would say Roy Jones is a better fighter.
Tamales, thank you. Jesse Tamales, which is not his name.
Jesse Lardy.
Thank you.
So, Seth, my question to you
butcher his last name.
is...
I had tamales on the brain. I just want... give me that sweet mole.
I'm trying to look at this fight and think, all right, how can I figure it out? And my theory being is that both these guys are in it for the payday, right? And they have no real want to actually get out there and fuck each other up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At their age and at their lifestyle, what's in it for them?
I will say, though, if Tyson isn't as chill as he seems in every instance I see him now, I do feel like that guy could have a switch.
Yes,
where he would murder you.
Like if he gets caught.
Just simply to prove to every doubter, no matter what you say, I am the hardest punching fucking human in the world, and I will beat this person to death just on pure guts.
So then there's that angle, because if you're just looking, if we knew that this was going to be in a pure fight and they were going to be really boxing as if their titles depended on it, or put in 100% effort, then you can kind of gauge it that way. But with this, I'm like, is it an exhibition that they've talked about, like, hey, let's make it look good for X amount of rounds, then go for real after that, just so that people...
Both Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. have, even though, like, the commission wants them to just be, like, a sparring match, they've both said, like, it's going to be a legitimate fight between the two of them.
I would like to believe that. Look, I would love to believe that, but I don't believe that.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard for me to bet on this.
I'm going to have to fucking buy this.
Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
I'm going to buy it.
And
that's what they're counting on.
Yes, that's what they want.
Absolutely.
You don't know if it's real.
And so,
why not?
So
right?
The rules for this exhibition fight include 8 2-minute rounds, as well as 12-ounce gloves, as opposed to the more traditional 10-ounce gloves worn in heavyweight boxing matches.
So they got a little bit bigger gloves, not that much.
That doesn't
What's
really.
the difference between
Isn't it scientifically proven that doesn't help you at all? All it does is knock your brain around more.
Well, it just helps protects your hand.
It protects your hands, but what I'm
it's a
saying
harder
is,
punch with a smaller glove, though.
But wouldn't you rather have lighter gloves and just go out?
I don't know. As far as like
I'm
boxing
saying
goes,
doing damage, lighter glove or cushier gloves
You hit harder typically, right?
You're still hitting hard. All you're doing is knocking your brain
just
around.
rattling your brain more.
That's why I always heard that the MMA thing was like, nah, you want to be regular punch a couple of times over 40 pillow fight punches. Right?
So I just, and we'll end with this because there's really no way to figure it out. But
I'm going to buy it now.
If it is an exhibition,
it's like $50.
Yeah, 50.
I'm not buying it now
because Mike
You can find
Tyson. I'm guessing that Mike Tyson is the main draw here, obviously, and the public wants to see Mike Tyson fight again. I don't know how many people were like really chanting for Roy Jones Jr. to fight again. I think more people want to see Mike Tyson fight again. So under that thinking, I'm thinking Mike Tyson is the driver here to this whole thing.
Okay.
And maybe...
So he's the driver of the event.
Gotcha. And because he's the most popular guy that the public wants to see fight, and then that makes me think that maybe maybe it's not exactly fixed because this is not a sanctioned fight. So you can kind of, if you call it an exhibition fight, you can fix the outcome, right? I mean, is that illegal?
Let me ask you, because you're the only fighter here,
is it
right?
though? I mean, it's not a sanctioned event, so it's just an exhibition fight. So it's no different than fucking professional wrestling, right? Or is it?
I don't know the technicalities of it.
I think you still have to hit.
Yeah, but I mean, if they predetermine the ending.
How would you feel, let's say, in the next 10 years or so, they come to you and they say, hey, we got like, we're trying to do. Well, I know you love to compete.
The event is sanctioned, so that might.
Yeah, it is. Yes. It is a sanctioned event, but
the event will be officially sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission.
Oh yeah, then there's no.
But they all interfight,
and legally you can't rig it. Then unless they do something on their own, then
because
the State Athletic Commission, they
wouldn't let you do that, and then they start pulling licenses like crazy.
Although they're never going to box again, so maybe who gives a shit? But my theory is this a scenario where Tyson's going to win because
I can't see Tyson doing that, dude. For some reason, I can't.
Because
I don't
then
know
I
anything about the guy.
I think his pride would.
I don't know anything about the guy, but the one thing that it seems like I know from watching bits and pieces of Andrea watched some documentary on him a long time ago. It seems like that guy. I don't know if he'd be willing to just we're just gonna fuck around. I don't know.
Or did he pick Roy Jones because he knows he could beat him? Like Tyson doesn't seem like the guy that would put himself in a position that he could lose this fight just for pure reputation.
Isn't there an element of dum-dum there, though?
There is.
Dum-dum and confidence.
It's so hard to figure this out, though.
So he thinks he could beat him.
But I don't think he is a dum-dum, but I'm just saying there's an element. I have an element of dum-dum, but there's some things that he talks about, and I'm like, oh, I guess sounds pretty intelligent. I don't know. We all have our strengths and weaknesses.
Normally, I'd want to bet against the public, and everybody in the public would be like, oh, Tyson's
going to kill this guy. Well, that's why I was going to ask Seth.
If it was a real legit fight, then yeah.
If they came to you 10 years from now and said, hey, we have Kimbo's brother or whatever, it's going to be a spectacle.
He has a son.
Would you?
I'll fight his son.
Yeah, and if they said you're an old man and he's a young guy and you were going to do it, would you talk ahead of time and put on a good show, or would you go out and you want to just do it legit?
If I was older?
Yeah, 10 years from now.
Yeah, I'd probably talk about it and work something out.
See, I think that's an honest answer.
Because you're a showman.
Yeah. And I think that
I'd want to put on a good show.
Yeah, and I think that plays in. So based on that...
What I would probably say is let's put on a show for the first 14 minutes, and then the last 3 minutes...
Let's go out and then see who wins.
Yeah.
See, I'm leaning towards... Because that's basically what McGregor and Mayweather did.
I think...
That was a little... I think that was a lot more...
But Mayweather looked like he danced around with McGregor for a while, and then they put it away.
It's exactly like we do, and I said it before. When we train for a fight... 1 to 2 times a week, we spar hard, and that's what they did with Conor, and I feel like they're going to do here. Because when you spar hard, you still fight for real, and you still hit, but you don't hit with the mentality and the intent to end the person's life and knock the person out. You're doing it to score points and hit hard, but not drop the person.
So the general public couldn't really,
but they can't really tell because when I spar, when I'm fighting, when I was training for fights, and people watch, they're like, "Oh fuck, you guys are going."
But
we're not really.
Even in our Twitch chat room, obviously a lot of MMA, a lot of boxing fans, they were talking about how I think technically it goes back to what I was saying is bare knuckle is the safest because it's an actual fight. It's not going to last as long when you have the gloves. You're lengthening the amount of time that you're knocking your brain around. That's how you get injured. So to me, I'm going to go with what you said. I think that Seth summed up what I think is going to happen tonight. I think that
or this weekend.
Or this weekend. They're saying that that Tyson was contacted after Holyfield dropped out.
Right.
So based on that, I do think it is going to be a dance around until a specified time, and then let's see where it goes.
Okay. And then I just don't know. Now it's like Tyson, and the last odds were like minus 200
What are the size differences here? What do we got?
Tyson's 5'10", Roy's 5'11". I didn't look up their weights, though.
But that would be amazing if it was like a 1980s Tyson match where the first 30 seconds he just knocks him out.
I was thinking that, or I was thinking it would last, like they say, sparring, and then they end it weird, like he hits him in the like he punches him in the groin or something.
No, but it could happen.
Like it's a no contest.
He's a loose cannon.
Couldn't it happen? I mean, like he could get in there and say, like they could have agreed, and maybe Roy is such a boxing fan, he's like, sure, I want to go.
I don't think Tyson's that crazy.
And then then Tyson goes in and he starts he washes all that beautiful weed film off of him and all that, like all the pigeons are dead and he's ready to killing machine dead.
We're still but that's what that makes me want to bet against it, because the public is like, oh, Tyson the killing machine, and Tyson's a high pigeon lover. Yeah. Like now he's not a killing machine anymore. He's
motherfucker's probably softer than I am.
He's hangover.
I got a 5-year-old. I'm mad all the time.
Smoke weed, play with his pigeons.
Like, and it's good weed too, man. It's a really good weed.
And we're seeing glimpses of his training, and like, oh, he still got it. We're seeing 2 second.
Did you see
clips.
The pictures of him that came out?
Yeah. I mean, he still looks scary. No one wanted to fight him.
The guys.
But then he got old man Roy
thick.
Jones. I don't know. This has got to be.
But Roy Jones is big now too. Like he's not allowed to cut weight. So
Roy Jones is 51. Mike Tyson's 54. They're both old.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Old man Roy Jones too. They're both
exactly
50-year-old men.
I kind of like old man fights. I got to tell you.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of like it more than young kids. I know you're going to be okay. They're beating each other up. I'm like, you're fine. These 2 old men could kill each other.
The problem
it's way
is,
more reckless. It is like 2 old men fighting in a Publix parking lot. How many times does one guy fall over, hits his head on the curb, and he's dead?
Yeah.
I think when we watch this fight, we're going to be like, oh yeah, those people are 50 years old. You know, like it's going to be obvious. I believe
Tyson is still a very. There's a look about that guy.
His pad hitting. I mean, anyone can look good on pads if they have the proper holder, but still, he looked sharp as hell on his pads.
I have shit. Although I would, I was about to bet everything against Alex Smith and being like a decent quarterback in the NFL, and he's doing something. Goddamn.
He's not.
He almost died. He came back like so. Like
Tell me that's not the most impressive sports story you've seen in forever. It's like, wait, you almost died and you're actually okay.
Yeah,
you might end up getting better.
In any other scenario besides from the Redskins or the Washington football team, he
can't say that, buddy.
He wouldn't.
I don't think in my office after the show.
He wouldn't have had this chance. But I think that franchise is so
perfect for him.
It's got such a bad name that they want a hero.
Yeah,
and they're letting this guy do it.
Honestly, he's great for him. I mean, really, he's the only good thing they have.
So, Seth, let's do some news.
Oh shit! Oh, where is it?
I don't need it.
I got it. Sorry.
99 MRIs trying to prove he's gonna die. The CD is kicking in with every new hit at the gym. He laid out Kimbo with an attack, but the Russian won't call him back. And we all forgot about that fight. Just more proof alone you're gonna die. It's Seth Petrozelli with your douche bro
Douche Bro News.
News brought to you by White Claw. If you want some White Claw 70s, they're more of a session White Claw. I prefer the number 2 White Claw variety pack. My favorite is watermelon. Thank you.
Watermelon is really
that surprises
good.
me.
Yeah, I like
it's
watermelon.
good, man. The watermelon ones are really good.
Yeah.
They have a tart, almost they get you in the back of the fillings.
Also like the lemon. All right, first story.
All right, first story. I'll start. Netflix is facing a huge backlash in India over a now infamous kissing scene in one of its shows. The exchange takes place in the series that's called A Suitable Boy, an adaptation of the award-winning novel by an Indian author, which was released on the streaming service last month. The story follows the love life of a young Hindu woman, and at one point depicts her being kissed by a Muslim man at a Hindu temple.
What?
So crazy. That has proven extremely controversial to some viewers in India, including Hindu nationalist politicians. On Sunday, hashtag boycott Netflix was trending on Twitter there, according to local media reports. The same day, Narottam Mishra, the Minister of Home Affairs in the government of the Madhya Pradesh state, said on Twitter
you
that...
You picked this story, Mark.
Yeah, you didn't have
It's like me reading Harry Potter.
Hey, I did Harry Potter.
Now I understand why my son hates...
Anyway,
he
asked the police to examine this controversial
Rad and Dimbledore went to
So why'd they get mad at her?
Because a Hindu woman got kissed by a Muslim man in a Hindu temple.
That's a no-no.
I gotcha.
Yeah, you know what?
Here's
Religion,
the thing.
you're fucking it all
You
up.
can choose not to watch that particular movie.
Yeah, but you know what? My God still know that the movie's out there, so I gotta hack somebody's hands off with this machete. It's all religion, right? Oh, God.
The Hindu god is the coolest of all gods, right? Because it's the Goro, all the arms.
Oh, it is Goro.
Yeah.
Well, there's more than one
Vishnu.
god.
Krishna.
That's cool. Our
Man,
god
it would
is
be
just
so
an old
dope to have
Santa Claus.
extra hands. You know how awesome it would be to have extra hands? The first thing I would do if I had like 4 hands aside is the first hand would be under my T-shirt and in my pants, just jacking it constantly. Shiva, whatever. I'm always gonna. I'll do it. I'll do it for you.
So one of your 6, Goro.
1/6 is in.
Jacking it.
Yeah, but you gotta imagine another arm coming out of here.
Yeah,
So
I can imagine.
I'm constantly this.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally in the front.
Why
of my,
not? You got more hands.
Yeah, and the front of my pants just basically looks like, like Yogurt Land, and nobody's on.
It's like top of Shawshank.
Nobody's cleaning it up.
Churning butter.
It's just coming out. It's literally constant. So I have to wear a Harry Styles kilter dress to cover the cum stains in my pants.
Yeah.
And then my other arms are just whipped crazy. One of them's brushing my teeth, the other one's combing my hair. I mean, it's just crazy.
All right, so
it's just bananas.
You got one jacking hand, then one brushing your teeth, combing your hair.
Yeah, I'm always doing something with my hands. They're drinking coffee.
I mean, at least, we could talk crap about America all we want, but at least we somewhat move past that religious type stuff in here.
Are you insane?
No, we're way before. We're way before. You got to go Europe, dude. Europe is way ahead of us.
If 2 gay people kissed in a church, you think that would have the same uproar?
Yes.
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, in the Midwest,
If you're a morning show, you're fired for that.
Yeah. And in the Midwest, man, people will go crazy for stuff like that.
Yeah,
but Europe, I feel like
I
feel like most of my British friends,
People are trying to
most of my
reverse gay
British
marriage
friends
right now in our country.
don't believe in religion. Like, I don't think I've ever met a friend of mine that is from England who is into like organized religion. I don't have any.
Yeah,
and there's a fuckload of churches over there too.
Yeah, but they're old.
They're really
like,
old.
They're like 1,000 years old.
Yeah, they're almost like museums at this point.
Most of my British friends are like, I have no time for that, my friend. Like they're business and
now we'll tell
Europeans are way more atheist.
Like Chris, our friend, Chris Turner. He doesn't strike me as a religious man. He strikes me as like a science man.
It's surprising that Netflix, it didn't get flagged, only because I imagine India is a gigantic market for them. So I'm surprised that they're like, well, let's not piss them off because there's billions of people there.
Yeah.
It's like, they specifically don't put things that piss off like the Chinese culture.
That's a fact.
Because there's so many people, it's such a huge market that a movie could make so much money.
Well, there have been scripts where the bad guy, like I'm talking literally a franchise movie from America. This is years ago before COVID and when movies were still a thing, where they would just swap out whatever logo the particular bad guys had on their shirt because it was too offensive to China. Or like, oh, you wrote this with a Chinese dictator? No, you can't do that. You got to go. No, you got to go Middle East. They're way cooler. It's a weird.
It's all business,
sort of businessy, racist kind of weird thing.
Yeah, I think they
religion-y thing.
They all went Middle East because they're like they don't got billions of people.
Which is bullshit because I know plenty of Middle Eastern people that aren't even into that either. So I don't know. The whole thing is kind of fucked.
Lots of censorship over there.
Next story, so.
Okay. Next story. It's kind of.
Oh, I hope this one's easier.
Well, yeah, it goes back to making fun of me. So.
Oh.
I just figured I'd just do it first myself. Greg Norman's innocent dog photo has an X-rated twist.
Greg Norman, the New Zealand golfer or Australian golfer?
Yeah, I don't know where it's from, but yeah.
Shaq.
Greg Norman has delighted fans with a revealing pic on Instagram. The 65-year-old golfing legend posted 3 photos of himself with his pooch on the beach, captioning it, "A man and his dog," on a Sunday. But one photo in particular caught people's attention with his impressive abs and even more impressive features on clear display.
Big old Norman.
Yeah.
Dude, Greg Norman, my wife finds Greg Norman extremely attractive because he is a beautiful old Australian real man.
My God, he's got his golf clubs under there.
Yeah, that was one of the tweets. People are tweeting stuff like that.
So he pulled
the Great White Shaft.
He pulled the Petrozelli?
Well, he's in his swim trunks, walking on the beach with the wind hitting his dick. You know, you see the outline.
This guy's fucking jacked, old man.
Yeah, he is.
So, yeah, but he knew...
Scroll down, you see, there it is. No, yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, this guy's got a huge cock.
You can't not know.
I can't put that on Twitch.
Oh, my God.
I did put a link in
has
the Twitch.
a mega dick.
I thought that was a shadow.
You guys are
This guy's awesome. I mean, like, that is how I want to look as an old man, and I will not. I got to work. I got to get to work.
No.
Seth, look at that guy as an old man. He looks fucking good,
right?
right?
Yeah, he looks real good.
He's got a quarter chub, though, right?
He's got a massive dick.
What happens is, I think the wind blows and it kind of fluffs a little bit for you.
I don't think I can. Is the link fine? Can I put that up?
I put the link in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can put that up. It's
now. Are you sure that's his dick and not just the front crease? It is. Oh,
no,
yeah,
there it is.
I just zoomed in. My God!
Wow,
that is impressive. That's bigger than Carrot Tops.
He's got full boner and he's ripped as fuck.
My God,
dude, you never heard of the Shack? Like, that's what Butler was talking about. Dude, Greg Norman, the shark. Remember, I used to call in on the monsters.
He's made all of his money off of wine. I think.
I'd call in as Greg Norman. This motherfucker,
the guy with a neon shark on.
He's got the clothing.
Oh my God,
yeah, he looks awesome.
He got full testosterone therapy.
Yeah, that's what made his dick. Does that make your dick bigger and your balls smaller? Right?
Well, it does make your balls smaller. I don't think it makes your dick bigger. But that's genetics.
That is impressive, man.
Hog in his pants is
make your pussy big. Yeah, I know. I know. Shout out to At Home Floor Store. That's what we do now. We make inappropriate catchphrases for our clients, and then we
sponsors.
Not to digress, but this has a little bit to do with dicks. I forgot to talk about this, but I wanted to.
Your hair is just messy enough to make you look like an insane person telling me this.
So what was the guy's name that worked for the New York Times that started jacking off by accident on a Zoom meeting and got fired?
Hold on.
How does that happen?
I know. At first, I was like, "That's got to be fake."
Because there's so much fake bullshit out there.
Jeffrey Tobin?
I did look at it, and I was like, "Is this a fake story or whatever?" Because
it was at the New Yorker, not the New York Times.
Oh, sorry, New Yorker.
The career of Jeffrey Tobin at the New Yorker and CNN is hanging in the balance after the famous journalist was reportedly seen masturbating on a Zoom call with colleagues. The New Yorker, where Tobin has been a legal correspondent for decades, dude. Decades. And that is a very, very heralded publication. The New Yorker, they have extremely famous art on the covers. There's a specific style that goes along with it that if you're in the know, then you know the New Yorker, and you probably know this guy. Who's outside? Okay.
I know this.
Oh, it's our
Chainsaw.
Yeah, it's Chainsaw Johnny coming by to deliver his Christmas cards.
And I know this got political and everything, and I do not want to get that away at all. I'm just talking about...
this isn't political to me. This is a guy that worked for the New Yorker masturbating.
See, and I tried to read more into the story, and it didn't exactly give that many details about how this happened, but apparently he was just on a Zoom call and like a business meeting, whatever, and he still had his camera open. So either he didn't close it and then switched over to the porn and then started jacking it. and people were still watching him on the Zoom business meeting or whatever, and then they fired him. But so the two things here, it kind of seems shitty that they fired him, because it's like, if you can't prove that he did it on purpose, then it really, what was in his intent?
It's called being self-aware.
That's true. I guess you could argue that, like, if you're not self-aware enough to know that your camera's still on.
You're listening to a meeting and you're like, you know what, I'm going to zone that out and I'm just going to start cranking it.
I found an article that explains everything you're talking about. This guy's always been like this.
What?
Like, this guy, Jeffrey Tobin. No, he's always been a little spicier than normal. Like, on the show, I always say I'm the self-professed horniest person on the program, right?
Yeah,
I'm not even in this cat's category. Like, this guy, it says when... it says he graduated from law school in 1986. Then he went on to do other different articles for the New Yorker. Gawker got hold of something in 2010 and said they published an entire article about his sexual habits entitled "Too Hot for Print." CNN author Jeffrey Tobin's rumored XXX sex fetish. Then it says years later in 2008, he was doing a story on Roger Stone, and they got wind that he had visited a swingers club. Like, this guy's like just a spicy guy. Yeah, he's always jacking it everywhere.
Yeah, but how does it happen where they see you jacking it on the business meeting call? Like, I know the guy's
he thought he had turned his camera off.
He can't control himself.
And so he thought he turned his camera off, started jacking it, and they were like... did someone text you like, hey buddy, I see you jacking it? Like, how?
Like, okay,
who alerts him?
Andrea does a Zoom meeting every morning at 10 a.m. and I know not to call there. And her routine is usually to change her Zoom background to something crazy, dress as if the thing is crazy in the background, and then she puts Caesar and my mom's dog Maggie on the bed, because apparently these people get a kick out of seeing Caesar, like he loves the meetings and he acts silly.
Okay.
That's what she does. So he did a very, very, very naughty version of what my wife does, I feel like. This is what he does during the meetings. He probably has a habit of, these meetings suck, I'm just going to mute it, or mute me, leave on the audio, and then I'm going to turn on my second screen to porno, and I'm going to whack
So they went on a break during the Zoom call. And during this break...
That's his jerking time.
He started jerking it, not knowing that, like, people could still see him. He thought that just because they were on a break, that, like, the camera and the mics were off. Meanwhile, he's jacking it.
My God,
I mean, like, in between editing the audio version of the show and the video version of the show, I usually go into the bathroom and I jack off on Lunel's signature in the bathroom. That's why you probably have seen that the Sharpie has been dripping away. Yeah, that is my routine, and I have to do it that way.
So when you fire him...
You guys believe that, which is weird.
Because... he just made bad decisions, not that he purposely
He did this thing, too, which is so dumb. Like, he barely put down his laptop cover. And so it was like the camera was right on his dick.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, man.
So did he finish?
Never tilt the lid.
Don't you
never tilt the clamshell? Ever.
You turn the computer like it's
put a sticky note on that thing.
Look at the
everybody
ceiling.
knows.
It's the picture of your mom by your bedstand and the quintessential. You turn it around, or or your wife. When you
I never do that. I like to have my picture of my mom next to the computer so I can go, their eyes, her eyes, their eyes, her eyes, their eyes, her eyes.
Or put a sticky note in front of, like, you don't take the chance anyway.
No.
It just I'm like,
that's
how?
why the VHS is just easier, because it's like
all right. Next story. All
right.
Oh, you almost said Ross.
Yeah, you did.
Ross.
I didn't say it.
That's the worst thing you could have done today. Any other insult you'd given him, he could right over, just like water off a goose's back, a duck's back, whatever. That's like water off a goose dick.
Police on Tuesday identified a man accused of urinating on a fellow passenger during a Delta flight earlier this month as a pastor from Raleigh.
Ooh.
A police report obtained by the Winston-Salem Journal says Daniel Chalmers was arrested at the Detroit Metro Airport after a flight landed on October 13th.
So he pissed on a guy?
Did Ross do this story? I feel like we talked about this.
Oh, really?
No, I don't remember.
No. He's just rubbing it.
A passenger named Alicia Beverly told police she woke up on the plane around 2:45 a.m. to find a man urinating on her.
Oh, no.
He was drunk, basically, is what.
Oh, my God. How drunk are you that you pee on somebody on a plane?
What did you do? Reporter
Well, there's
said,
distance
I peed on her. I thought I was going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's called I had a lot of booze
that's
and
the Mike
Ambien.
B.
Booze and Ambien
Are pastors allowed to drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just can't have sex in certain.
I think they opened that up. It was like,
you got
do
to
whatever
in order to have sex.
Yeah, so you just
do it close.
You basically drunk, sleptwalked, pissed on it.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
Can you be that drunk though? I've never been that drunk.
I did the other night though, where I was like in bed and I wasn't drunk, but I thought I had to pee, and I could feel it. Like it felt like. I'm assuming that based on, biology, your urine just stays in your bladder until it's time to, get it out of there. It doesn't, get to the tip of your dick and just stay there. You see what I'm saying?
It's some muscle near your bladder that's...
So I'm laying there, and I'm like, I think I have to pee. And then I was like, let's see if I can get it to the tip of my dick.
Oh, no.
This is how crazy I am. I'm like, can you get it to the tip of your dick but not let it come out? And I'm like, I can do that. And I went, I'm doing it right now. And it goes... And it comes right. Because there's no
That's
control.
called peeing your pants.
Not peeing your pants. A little, just a squirt.
That's the equivalent of in every 70s, 80s, old school movies when you siphon the gas. It always a bunch goes in your mouth and you spit it out. Then
I saw my dad probably siphon gas more than ever kiss my mom. That's bad, right?
Yeah. It used to be. That's when I don't think we understood the dangers of putting a mouthful of fucking
fossil fuel.
People still do that.
Yeah, it's not a smart thing to do.
It burns the enamel off your teeth. Imagine, just wait till it gets close to your lips. You're fine.
I don't know how you'll be able to tell that. It's kind of like the dick thing.
You can feel it coming.
Yeah. I feel like you have an instinct of
don't they
when
make
it's coming.
a thing that does the siphoning for you?
I'm sure they do now. Yeah.
That's. I feel like my sons will never have to siphon gas
like your
with
cars,
full of mouth. I've
have you ever sucked a battery before? It's horrible. Gotta do something to get it out.
Any more stories, Seth?
I got one that I didn't do last week. I don't know. It's kind of a fun thing. It's 23 discontinued kids cereals that you'll never see again. It's kind of like a nostalgic thing.
Is Kaboom on there?
You want me to name just a couple and see if you guys
Yeah, I like cereals.
Okay. Do you guys remember Magic Puffs?
No.
Maybe if you see the label, maybe. Okay.
Was this a wizard?
I know this one.
Was there a wizard?
No.
Okay.
Cinnamon mini buns.
Cinnamon mini buns, I believe.
Those are amazing.
I remember those. Yep.
They brought those back, didn't they? Or
for a minute? Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes they do that.
Is it like Cookie Crisp in the fact that
it looks like little honey buns?
Yeah.
But it's like the
Cookie Crisp is good,
but it's just tiny cookies all time.
No, they're not cookies though. They look like tiny cookies.
Crunchy. Yeah,
they're good.
Crunchy little cinnamon bun looking thing.
Yeah, they were good. That
I remember this one was a hit for a little bit, then disappeared. Hidden Treasures. Do you guys remember that?
I don't know any of these.
No.
Yeah, I was
before my time.
Knock off Lucky Charms.
Wait a minute,
No, it had stuff in the middle.
I liked my cereal
it had a fruity,
bland, like Wheaties.
Well, you're British. You're supposed to like
Wheaties,
that. Yeah,
shredded wheat or
no
Wheaties.
sex, please. I'm British. Were you allowed to have sugar cereals growing up?
Oh yeah.
See, I was not. So I was obsessed with them only because my parents kind of shielded me from them. So I went through a phase where I did it's like the preacher's daughter, where I went nuts. I'm just like, I'm an adult. Every cereal must be, I did the flip out and I went crazy. I had the Kaboom, all the cereals that would turn your shit green because they pass through you too fast. All the food coloring, Smurf cereal, all of them.
C-3POs. That was back in the
I don't remember C-3POs.
I don't remember. That was just a thing when Star Wars came out.
I almost feel like that would work now.
Mini Tricks?
No.
Marshmallow Krispies.
Yes, I remember those.
Yeah. This is all just pure garbage, right?
Yeah, trash cereal.
And it's got to be becoming less
I don't know
sugar.
any of these.
Choco Donuts?
I remember Choco Donuts, yeah.
Captain Crisp.
Yeah, it was just corn. It's
Captain
just
Crunch.
cornmeal and sugar, right?
Yummy Mummy?
Yeah.
I remember Yummy Mummy.
You do? Nerd cereal?
I remember Nerd cereal.
Gross.
Yeah, that sounds disgusting.
I remember it, though. I never had it, but I remember Smurf cereal is the one where David Cunningham and I were going to Chuck E. Cheese. We were young. We were like maybe 9 or 10. His little sister ate an entire box of Smurf cereal, but she was like maybe 3. And then she shit her diaper, and it was all the same color, the Smurf cereal. And the redneck parents freaked out thinking that she had like Ebola or was dying because it was all blue. So then we had to go to the emergency room instead of going to Chuck E. Cheese.
fruit-shaped tricks. Fruit-shaped tricks?
It's just marshmallow and pure sugar.
One more, and then we'll probably take a break.
Yeah, that's all. S'mores Crunch?
I remember S'mores Crunch.
Really? I don't remember that one.
Yeah. And do Tommy and Max, like, you guys don't watch commercials at all, right?
They usually don't. No, they don't have any exposure to it, but they call it propaganda. By the way,
do your kids eat cereal?
No, because the old crow don't let her.
So wait, no cereal, no commercials. Oh my God, these are straight up Canadian children. My God, they'll be really funny though.
They know Cheerios, and then if they want to get crazy, Honey Nut Cheerios, and that's it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when my mom comes around, they'll get the pure.
Oh yeah,
garbage.
She's gonna be good for them.
Yeah, and
you talk about toughening them up. They just need some Sunkist.
They just need a little trash.
Yeah, if you just give them a little bit of Grammy, I think they'll be just fine. Good Florida boys.
Diabetes makes you tougher.
It will.
Makes you weaker.
You gotta fight through it, buddy.
In the foot area. All right, let's get
this is Christo Graham. The name of the song is Karaoke Queen. Enjoy this. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan very, very soon. It's starting. 1-844-TOMNDAN or show@tomanddan.com for an email. We'll be right back.
Barefoot lady on a wagon stage, swinging and bringing the band in, breaking free from her big city cage.
Oh my God, it's so nice to actually have another human on the line other than you.
What, me?
Oh God, Bart, finally somebody else I can talk to other than this guy. Why did you get the good one, Bart? I want to interact with Crystal all day long.
Well, speaking of that, Bart, I've been meaning to email you this idea. We'll just I'll go ahead and say it on the air.
Okay.
Can
I distance myself? Can I pre-distance myself? I've never done that.
Pre-distance?
Yeah.
From my idea.
It's almost like buying insurance on blackjack. It's like I'm gonna. It's exactly like that.
Yeah, you know you're gonna lose.
Bart, I would like to buy the insurance on this one, just in case this guy's got dumb idea blackjack.
How dare you?
We call that brown jack.
How dare you?
Okay.
You don't. I mean, I'm the idea man.
Okay.
So you've heard of the A team, right? So this is the B team, get it? And it's the Bart Merrick team, and you dress Crystal up like Mr. D.
Okay, now, hold on a second. Why'd I waste my money on that insurance? This is the best damn idea I've ever heard.
I told you.
You're an idea guy.
All big gold necklace, doo-doo rope necklace.
We will have to have a special meeting about whether or not we enact blackface. I'm going to say no. But we can. I think it's okay if we put her in a tanning bed maybe twice. Red face is fine. She's Swedish.
Oh, yeah. Get her a bottle of wine the day before. No, I should not have said that.
It's the Bart Merrick team. Look for the B.
And then you get a van, and then
with a bumblebee on the top.
Okay.
It's the B team.
All right, then we're going a little pest control-y. I feel it's going away from the A team thing.
Hear that buzz? That's saving.
Okay, go pest control. Sorry, Bart. I digress.
You don't even know what digress means.
I assume it means I said something stupid, and I'm going to now switch topics.
I'm going to go digress myself.
So, Bart, to get the serious business done, if someone's looking to sell their house or buy a new house right now, we're going into Thanksgiving, obviously the holiday season, what would you suggest? What's your advice for those people?
This year is expected to be one of the busiest we've had since probably the last 13, 14 years since the housing market boom.
Yeah.
We didn't do much this spring, which is usually our busiest time of the year, and we saw the reaction to that this fall because we had one of our busiest falls that I've ever seen. And I know that there's a lot of pent-up demand out there, especially on the buy side of it. So I know for buyers, it's going to be a very busy, and it needs to be a strategic style spring going into it. Because typically what happens is the season starts to get busy here about February, March when we move into spring, and then it stays busy through about June, July. To 2020 was different, so there's going to be something different about 2021 as it kind of it just kind of rolls over into it. So I expect it to be really busy. The sell side, if you're looking at selling this year, Jesus, if you contact me early in the year or now or the next couple months, we can get you ready going into February, March. That's when it's going to be the big season, going through about June, July. And on the buy side, you probably need to reach out to us early just so we can talk about what you need to do in terms of financing, because it has gotten more difficult as a buyer to get under contract. Crystal and I are running into situations now. We actually have a BDM client. Guy's got fantastic credit. He's got some cash. We've written, I think, 4 offers for him, all of them over asking price, a couple of them $15,000 above, and we can't get them accepted because it's so competitive right now. So you have to be strategic in the way you're approaching it if you're going to be a buyer this season.
Yeah, Crystal has told me that and because you guys have like an incredible amount of experience, and you can give a buyer
there's a process,
just a better edge with going into it with the amount of experience you guys have, as opposed to, and I know that I see so many different people using inexperienced realtors because they're their cousin or their coworker, and they do it on the side. And I cannot tell you, you are doing yourself a disservice if you are using a realtor that doesn't have experience, especially during COVID time. And Bart and Crystal have been buying and selling houses this entire time.
It's funny, a lot of people
know the market.
Well, a lot of people think, they're just doing the ad, but we have a joint calendar here for you and I and our wives. Yeah. And Crystal's alarms go off on my, I see how many closings and it's bananas that you guys are doing all of this. So
and that just, it makes them familiar with this market, and when you're familiar with the market, you have such an advantage over everybody else who's not and is maybe looking to, I see people use realtors that haven't sold a house since last year. Last year was a completely different market than it is this year. Yeah. And there's so many different circumstances.
No, we love working with inexperienced realtors. It makes it a lot easier for us. But there's a way to approach this marketplace that if you haven't done it a bunch of times before, then you're probably not going to get the result you're looking for out of it. Meaning, if you're going in to look to buy something, it's gotten harder and harder. So it's become more strategic in the way you do it. When you're selling something now, if you want to maximize the most you can get out of it, there is a way to approach how you list it, when you list it. There's lots of little pieces to it that you can take to your advantage.
Awesome. Well, if someone wants to call you both, you or Crystal Van, you just go to barttherealtor.com, bartmerrick.com. Both your cell phone numbers are straight on the website, and you could talk to them directly, correct?
Yeah, our numbers are both on there. You can reach out to us. I get a lot of people reaching out via Facebook, sometimes via the website directly itself. But yeah, if you go to the website, there's all sorts of ways to get in touch with us.
We'll do it.
Awesome, Bart. Well, I just ordered 3 gigantic gold doo-doo ropes. So you will. That's a separate conversation, and I got you.
I ain't working with no inexperienced realtors, Hannibal.
No, yeah.
I'll get some catchphrases.
I'll get into practice that. I don't.
I pity the fools that don't use the Bart Merrick team, sucker.
All right, Bart. I'll talk to you later, dude.
All right, guys. Have a great Thanksgiving.
All right, see you, man. He's never been more relieved to be off the line. It's the Bart Merrick team, Crystal Van and Bart Merrick. I love punk rock. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan. Samantha and Butler are here. Seth Petrozelli had to leave.
Right over the I'm Tom.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Taking the power away.
Yeah, well, I got no time. This guy's...
Take it away.
Seth left because you bullied him.
Okay.
You hurt his feelings, and he was like, I got some stuff to handle. You guys are... and then he, sadly...
2020. Get a digital keypad, Seth. You're having to drive across town to your dojo, which is, I think...
It's not a dojo.
West
it's an old
Oaks
gas
Mall
station.
Next to the Foot Locker.
Dude, you're
drive to
It's a Sunoco.
He's spicy today. Motherfucker said West Oaks Mall. You know that is hell on earth, man. My wife used to work at the West Oaks Mall Old Navy, which is why she can live with me. That was her training for being married to me, was working the West Oaks Mall, which had a painting of the Last Supper that was all the greatest black politicians and leaders of our time all eating together, and she would not buy it for me, and it still chaps my ass.
So he said he had to go let the plumber in or some shit.
That means you got to go cry in his car. Made him sad.
Real quick before dump him out, I had some friends pass through. They were heading up to their cabin up there in North Carolina. So
talking about eating food or something.
No, they broke up their drive by staying at our house over the last weekend.
COVID breaks up any drive.
And then they suggested why they while they were staying there, like, we saw a good movie on Netflix the other day. You should check it out if you're ever looking, you had nothing else to watch or whatever, not much to do these days. You just, suggest a movie. They're so like, okay, cool. Like, they are friends. So
I know these people.
Similar tastes,
yeah, and I know these people. They're great people.
Yeah. So and
the best people.
Regular family. What I'm saying, 2 boys. And
so they suggested it as a family to watch, not just like you and Crystal.
No, me and Crystal. They're like, hey, check this out. In fact, they said it's rated R or whatever.
Gotcha.
So but then I'm saying they're like a regular family. Then I'm saying like they're not like. Into anything extreme.
They're not going to steer you wrong.
Normal American family.
I talked a lot of plants with my friend because he's into plants too.
He's also a mountain bikeman.
And then, and then the wife and mom, my wife talked to about kid stuff.
Kid stuff, food allergies, best vegan recipe.
And then so we sat down and we're like, hey, let's put on that movie that our friends suggested. Watch. And then we started watching it, and then I was like, what is this? This strikes me kind of like a little bit of a... You remember Passion's Cove from the Showtime back in the day?
Oh, dude. Do I ever? So you were watching a soft... He was watching a softcore.
It's called 365 Days.
Yeah.
You know about this?
Yeah, this is old news.
This is old news? I don't know.
Yeah.
I watch it, and then I start fucking crazy. And I'm like, God damn. And then I'm like, I see the tip of his dick in her mouth.
Boat fucking.
They put the tip of his dick in her mouth?
I saw the tip or some sort, and he looks like Aladdin, and he's fuck crazy.
You saw Aladdin's dick?
God.
My God.
And then they're fucking on a boat, and they're
you started fucking crazy?
No.
I thought that's what you just said. That's what I heard.
It did sound like it, but
no,
you said that you were watching it. It turned you on. You started fucking crazy.
No, but then I was like, what is this? And I'm like, and it was like the acting is like horrible.
They were clowning you.
It was a softcore porn.
Yeah.
Were they fucking with you?
I don't know now. But
I think they were clowning you.
And you're too awkward to ask. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Well, because now I'm afraid, what if they really liked it? And then
No. You just say, like, what was the name of that movie again? And when they say what it is, then you'll know.
It's like a little bit more risque, like 50 Shades of Grey type situation.
Yeah. This is what I had never seen 50 Shades of Grey.
It's pretty problematic because he basically kidnaps.
Well, wait a minute. Why did you watch it? What the fuck am I missing?
Look, everybody's already seen it. They talked about it on the Swerve Jones
the
show.
The fact that Samantha's watching it makes me seem that she's into this too.
You guys are
I told you guys
trash
about
people.
I told you
if Walmart gets a whole new line of oven roasted chickens, you're going to know first.
I told you guys about that movie that used to be on Netflix called Love, and then I told you guys about it, and then 5 days later they removed it from Netflix because there was actual sex scenes. It was a straight up porno. The first 5 minutes was the guy fingering the girl. Remember I showed you the intro?
Yeah. Oh, I need to watch that again.
That was straight up fucking.
It's not on Netflix anymore.
Yeah, it's not on Netflix anymore, but you can find it.
I'm like, you could leave out the fingers.
I don't need the
I don't do anything.
Don't need the macaroni.
I'm like, this isn't fear. I'm not a teen. I get excited.
You know what I do now, though? I don't finger now, but you know what I am a fan of? The golden tea white ball.
What is that?
What is that?
The white ball, like on the golden tea. You know, it's got the ball like the golden tea video game. You pull it all the way back and you go, like that. So I use, I'm not in, but I'm on the outside and I'm golden teeing it.
You white ball it?
Yeah, I white ball it.
What you slam it?
No, I just go in circles. Like if you're trying to write your name at the end when
that's called the RC racing.
No, I don't do that.
Do not do that.
And then I don't use my thumbs to go zing. And then you're like, oh shit, it fucking pinched me.
That's called a double thumb.
Never do the double thumb. I just put it on the top and I do the golden tee.
Let's do some dumb.
Oh shit. I wasn't ready for that. Let's do it.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I wanna see your topics. Ooh, I wanna also see your bottomics.
Dump 'em Out, brought to you by Tom and Dan merch. In fact, there's brand new ACT hats. Daniel's got one on right now.
It's the best hat.
Courtesy of Dome Hats. So they're up right now.
It is a snapback. It does come curved, but you can flatten out the bill.
Yeah, it's curved, but I flattened this one out for my glasses, but you can see the front.
It's a lot of
Versa brim.
Yeah.
So you could wear it curved, flat.
Big head friendly, too.
Yeah, it is big head friendly. It's got the Tom and Dan mediocre time, or excuse me, corporate time patch.
It's just super high quality. Dome does a great job at it.
They're phenomenal. It's a fully custom hat that's been designed by us, like every part of it. So shout out to Dome. Hey, she's going to be our Dome representative. It's going to be on Weird Job, right?
I don't know.
She said she would. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I have to send you her.
Send me the info.
She said we're going to interview her about like her weird job of making custom baseball hats.
So, first topic, the Sledgehammer. What?
Sledgehammer.
That was a tribute to Daniel's dad.
Yeah, my dad did say that.
So, what is the Sledgehammer?
Was that me or?
Yeah, Sledgehammer.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. So I didn't know what we were talking about. We all three of us were watching Harry Styles and his all-female backup band play the song Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you guys do when I'm usually
we
mad,
have fun,
staring at my computer and I hear you guys laughing over
You're checking the balance. You're like, there's no money in here.
And I keep hitting refresh and it doesn't do anything.
We're in here listening to like Harry Styles sing Sledgehammer.
And then I'm like, I'm moving from this account to that account. This account, this pays that account. And then it's a big circle.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
and I put on my Cincinnati Bengals jersey. tight.
Yeah.
So we were watching Harry Styles sing Sledgehammer on Howard Stern. And he has an all-female backing band. And he dresses like Cam Newton, who dresses like a grandma. Harry Styles has on balloony green polyester grandma pants with a woman's sweater with a dainty little collar and then pearls. And it actually looks fucking cool.
Yeah, you gotta have big dick energy to pull off.
He looks.
That kind of.
He's got that
frontman energy.
He's got that Greg Norman. He's got that big shark in his pants.
So it works with Harry Styles, and here's why it doesn't work for Cam Newton. It only works for Cam Newton when he's Superman again. When he's scoring touchdowns, ripping his disguise off and showing his Superman S, and like when you're playing very well, it works. But when you lose horribly and your team looks like shit and you don't look like Superman, and then you walk out the stadium dressed like a grandma, or the hiker from Price is Right, like I saw that one the last day. He's dressed like the goddamn Swedish hiker from Price is Right, who has suspenders, a weird hat, and then it's like, it seems stupid now because you played horrible.
Yeah. Do you want to see a bit of this so you know what we're talking about? This is Harry Styles.
Like, you can't have big dick energy if you lost, right?
No, I agree with you.
You should just wear sweatpants.
Now, do you see what he's wearing? I don't know if you can see Harry.
Yeah.
By the way, having an all-girl band just makes you look like more of a badass. This guy's so fucking good. I'm a huge fan.
Why does he have big green MC Hammers on?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
They're like pleated giant slacks.
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, I have to say.
Does someone tell him to wear that, or does he pick it out?
He's super into fashion.
Yeah, I think he just does it. And man, I'd love to make fun of him, but if you can carry it, then you can carry it.
Yeah,
and he
not
can.
everyone can. Yeah.
He can. Other people can't.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to think of somebody that's famous. If they tried to do this, it just wouldn't work.
If Seth walked in here looking like that, it'd be funny.
Oh my God, you look just like him. Maybe would you let me dress you as Harry Styles?
Yes.
No.
Green pants.
The thing is, only he can pull that off because he's a rock star, a famous musician.
Travis hit the nail on the head. He's kind of got a new Bowie vibe. Like he can change how he looks, change what he does.
Very
I know
fluid,
your boys were really into, and so was my daughter. That video where he's like, that video of Harry Styles flying under the helicopter or whatever.
Brock BDM in the chat said he looks like Library Aladdin.
A little bit, but he sounds just like Peter Gabriel. Here,
by the way, Harry.
No, go ahead.
I just want to yell about that music video. When you're flying above the water, and I see the rotor wash from the helicopter underneath you, but you've digitally taken out the helicopter, it takes the whole effect away. It's like, all right, why is there extreme wind going down
Blame
above
that
the
on
water?
the director. That has nothing to do with Harry.
Just don't fly above the water.
Yeah, they could have done better. You just CGI that out. Right? He sounds just like Peter Gabriel, though. There you go. Check that out. You can YouTube it. Howard Stern, Harry Styles.
We were talking about the lyrics, and then we were trying to figure out what the innuendo fruitcakes stood for.
Yeah, because he says, "Show me around your." He goes, "Show me
around your fruitcakes." I'll be a honey.
Is it fruit cake or cakes?
I thought it was cake.
Well, that makes a difference.
Because it doesn't sound like he says cakes. It sounds like Peter Gabriel says, "Show me around your fruit cake."
Okay, well,
but that's just me.
If it's singular, then it's the puss. If it's, cakes.
Don't like when you say puss.
I don't like that either.
It's the titties.
Well, let's
how would you feel? Does your this is where the show takes a dark turn. Do you and your wife ever have?
No.
Okay. Bye. That's how I wanted to end.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Do you and your wife ever have a candid conversation about sex and have...
I don't think they've ever discussed it.
Okay, I'm going to say something that my wife told me that she will validate it and say 100% I said this. My wife was talking about the length of my whiskers and how the upper part of my mustache feels at this length quite pleasing, resting, and twirling her clitoris.
No, come on.
Just the whiskers?
No. I'm doing other things, but she's saying this is the length that honestly feels the best during, dare I say, cunnilingus.
You're tickling her withers.
Right.
Come on.
So have you ever...
What is she bringing that up at breakfast?
Because she wants him to keep it that length at breakfast.
You say that, but we don't have a lot of time. Maisie's so much spicier than your boys. If I just gave her to you for one weekend, you would come back and you'd say, "I'm sorry." You'd hug me. You'd hate hugging. You would hug me and be like, "I'm sorry, you're right. She's a terror. She's a goddamn Tasmanian
She was in
devil."
here the other day.
She gets shy around people. Yeah. But I'm saying, your boys, they sit. Maisie has never sat ever.
Yeah, we have.
Ever.
Well, you always want
I have
what you
limited
can't have.
time.
I'm like, get out there, run, jump off stuff.
I have limited time. I've got to eat it as fast as humanly possible because I might only have 3 minutes of eating.
Are you talking about food or pussy?
Yeah, pussy. I'm talking about pussy, Papa. You're fired.
Yeah, and this is our. Since we're talking kids, real quick, we got the Switch, right? And it was because the eye doctor.
He about to pour it. He about to vent to us.
Well, the eye doctor said don't have the kids play, especially Tommy, on their Kindles or anything small phones. It's bad for his eyes. Have him play regular video games if he's going to at all on a bigger screen. Is better for his eyes.
Makes sense to me.
So this is perfect. Now you got something to distract him, so you can get at it.
Well, no.
You got to grow a beard again.
Now
get those sitting whiskers.
And
Get her
so
fruitcakes, bro.
We got them.
Man, you eat them cakes?
We got them one video game, Super Mario.
Oh, they love it with all their
and
heart.
they've been playing Super Mario. They got to almost the final level, 3 away from beating Bowser.
But you almost beat it for them. So
I got them past the one castle. They couldn't. Anyway,
you love it. Don't even act like you don't love it.
Well, the problem being is
getting high and playing video games. Come on, dude, weigh in. It's awesome.
When my friends came into town, they have a 7-year-old who has been playing Switch a little longer, and he had his own games in the car.
What?
And so then he busted out a couple of his own games.
Oh, gateway drugs.
And it blew fucking Max and Tommy's mind, where they were like, "Oh shit!
It's a world of games."
And they're playing they're some fighting game, and Pikachu. All the characters are fighting each other.
Smash Bros.
Yeah, Smash Bros. rules.
Yo, that's a good one.
Smash Brothers is a it's a masterpiece of
That's what will divide your children.
I'm not joking. I looked at them have more fun than they've ever had in their entire lives.
Oh, there it is.
And more than any voting day.
That's what it is.
Any forum where they don't want to do the
Look,
shit.
everybody, Tipper Gore's here. We now have a war on video games.
And Max,
something is cooler than Dada.
No, it was because it was goddamn. It might have been it's a
magic.
speedball.
It's real life magic.
It was heroin and cocaine mixed together, and it was the best feeling they've ever had in their lives.
It's the closest we will ever come as humans to creating real magic, dude.
They liked it more than anything I've ever seen, and they were so excited. Which I got to tell you, at the beginning I was happy for, but then I got scared because ever since then,
it's like watching somebody freebase.
That's all they can think about.
Cracked out.
And Tommy the other morning, literally, because they get this Thanksgiving week, they're out of school. Monday morning, he fucking
which is bullshit, by the way.
I know. They got
kids get a whole week off for Thanksgiving.
It's crazy,
soft as fuck, man. I think I used to pause for turkey, then go back to school.
So we were laying the ground rules, and in the morning, he knows the rules is you got to get up, go pee, get dressed, eat your breakfast before the day starts. Whatever. So I wake up and Tommy's awake. He's like, "Is it Switch time yet?" And then I wake up and look at, and he's dressed.
Suck your dick for some Switch.
He's dressed like Jerry Garcia. Big baggy. He's got a tie-dye purple shirt on.
He's got a 5 o'clock shadow. He's been up all night. He's up all night.
He just found whatever shit in his closet because he's still not dressing himself.
I've been waiting for this day.
And he's like, "I went pee-pee." And his glasses
I went pee-pee all over the place. I just need that Switch. Come on.
And so we had to have a family meeting. We you can't do this. You're
family meeting
because they're addicted to it. They're goddamn addicted.
An intervention with your children.
Yeah, because they can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
And then we're like, you can't play Switch until 10 a.m. on non-school. And then they just, all right. Then they look at the clock. They're like, how long? How many seconds? And
Make them go do something.
I tell
you, no parenting in this household.
No,
we try. We're like, go outside. And they just want, and they're addicted
Lock
to
them
it.
out.
So I don't know what to do now. It's the best thing that's ever happened to them. That's all they want to do.
Give it to them. It'll burn out.
Yeah, you
I don't think so. Yeah, that's what they told us. Fucking until his nose deflated. Artie Lang. Just give him the heroin. That's fine. He'll eventually get tired of it.
Tom thinks that he wants to play Smash Brothers. He's all he can see is Artie Lang's nose deflating.
It seems that they like it so much. They're like playing. I look in their eyes when they're playing.
Because it's fun.
Yeah, I know, but it's too good.
No, but you don't you got to get.
You can't have it too good.
One that's got your DNA to actually witness them cry melt when you deny them.
You don't remember doing that when you were a kid playing video games?
I had no structure. No one told me I was playing whatever you want.
Sam, I didn't get video games until I was 14.
You're fine.
I didn't have video games.
Hold on. I will argue I'm not
Trust me, it wasn't the video games.
Well, it's something. It's a lot of something. And I don't know if it is, but I don't want my sons being anything like me because I'm fucked up.
All right, next topic. What else is on the list, my guy?
Tom grazing in the office.
Oh God!
Yeah, I had to leave the office today.
It's your bars. I don't think it's his eating.
He blamed it on the bars, but it happens every time. It's almost as like he is creating more saliva in his mouth than needs to be in there.
You know what?
Are you starving?
It's macaroni in a pot.
This is why the owners have separperate offices.
Yeah,
I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Steve Jobs is in fucking
private
next to the mail guy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying. Like, you have a private bathroom, an office.
Yeah.
You
I would love that.
You go into...
I would love that, too. I get like fucking Butler's stinky Brussels sprouts. He stinks up the whole office. Oh, my God.
We're all in the same tiny office, and I can't eat my goddamn protein bar and peas.
Oh, they came in here. They're like,
I know.
We have to go out of the room when Tom's eating his protein bars. It sounds like wet-ass pussy.
It sounds like he's getting a blowjob under the table. It's just like,
it's very moist.
Yeah. And then I can't take a shit because it's all
That's why I told you not to bring it up.
Yeah, this motherfucker gets caught
he's getting shamed.
Like pretty soon they'll be like, I gotta leave the office because the way Tom breathes. You can't.
It grossed me out. I had to get out of there.
I do about the. I breathe.
Yeah.
Every
breath is like that. You're like,
yeah. You know, I'm going to call our landlord and see if the business next door is for rent, or we can get our own office again.
It is. He left the windows open.
We both, because it's like this one. We both can have our own office, and then we'll get a secretary and the lobby.
Or we just Skype in.
Yeah. That's what bosses do.
I won't even come in here. I'll just Skype in for what we need to do.
You need a secretary, so you make some comments when you walk in the morning.
You're looking a little chubbier than normal, Sally. You're gaining weight. What happened? Stressed out? Is your husband knocking you around? What's up?
Yeah. Then you go in your office, and then you close the door. You have a button.
Yeah.
I know how it works. Anyway,
shut off my Zoom. I'm going to jack off in here.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Owning a business.
I got to jack off in here because my sons, all they do is play Switch. It's stressing me out, so I got to jack off in here on the Zoom meeting.
I didn't know it was you go and you try to eat your bar. They're like, you're eating too loud. Disgust me. I'm going to go in the other office and make fun of him with the other owner.
With the other owner, just to build more resentment. I feel like this is healthy, right? Healthy? Give me a thumbs up if it's healthy. What else is on the list?
We got, in order for it to count as a podcast, someone has to be listening to it.
Tom's drawing the line. All you other podcasts that are listening to this right now that think you are a good podcast, Tom says, fuck you!
No, I didn't say that.
I
asked a question.
If you have under 1,000 downloads, this is what you said to me as a quote. He said, if you have under 1,000 downloads, you're not a podcast, and go fuck yourself and stop doing it.
No.
And stop stinking up our fucking workflow and our workspace. You guys are fucking fake. You're not real.
Come on.
And all you're doing it for is your family, so stop and then sell all of your equipment at pawn shops around the Full Sail area in Daniel Bidle. That's what you said.
I questioned, is it a podcast if you don't have any listeners?
Well, according to Libsyn, if a podcast is only on Spotify, i.e. Joe Rogan, if it's only in their space, not on Apple Music, not on Apple Podcasts, not on Stitcher, not on any of the other aggregates that pull from RSS feeds, then technically, based on the word and the use of RSS, it is not a podcast.
It's just a show.
It's just a show.
So that, and even if
because podcast has to have that RSS feed that's easily shareable to the world. If you don't have that, I'm just going on basic definition. It is not a podcast.
So, and I know you can make the argument that you could say the same thing about a song. Like if you make a song, and even if no one listens to it, it's still a song.
I've done a lot of that.
But I feel like if you have some
it's just
sort
like
of
an audio diary if you're just talking, recording it, not. No one's listening, right?
Diary's pretty good.
If there's no audience, then it's just the audio recording of you talking. And you're right, it's just an audio diary because therefore, the only people that even know it exists is yourself, right? And therefore, maybe you would go back and listen to it, but I don't know. That's
an interesting question.
Yeah. It's almost like the old tree falls in the woods.
Yeah, to make a noise.
I mean, I wouldn't want to ever tell anybody, of course we're joking around, because
but no one does one with 0 listeners, right? At least someone.
Man, we were lucky. The first couple that we did, I'll be honest with you, I think the most we ever got on our first, and I remember this vividly because I remember I had my computer station in the main hall of my old house down the road. I think we got 60 plus downloads. That's what we got, 60 plus. That's it.
Yeah, but we were like, all right, that's good. 60 people's a lot.
I think I know some that might have just their mom and a coworker listening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some people out
and
there
that's okay.
That's fine.
Because if it fulfills...
But it is weird when you see them brag about having a podcast. And it's like, well, technically, yes, you do have a podcast, but...
Well, your brag would have to be, I have a podcast and it gives me nothing but so much endless fun. Well, you know what I mean? Like, because it's about you. It's not about everybody else. We live in a society now where I feel like social media is amplified, even to my own fault and to my own, I have a problem with it. It is amplified people's opinions and made you feel like just because it means something to you that it's not worth anything if it doesn't mean anything to anybody else, and that's bullshit.
Well, what's interesting, okay, think about it like this. Okay, you could say you got a podcast, and it could be true. You do have a podcast. It's in the podcast format. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's available for download.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, technically that's true, but there's no real way for the community or anybody to like subjectively tell you if something's good or bad, because it is all subjective. Right. So with music, though, I feel like if you had a band or created some music, society could tell whether it's good or bad.
No, that's the absolute the definition of subjective. Yes. Just because it's not popular doesn't mean it's not fucking good. There's a lot of bands that are not popular that are really good.
A lot of shows that are really good.
But I'm talking about just the baseline of putting the music together in a format. Daniel was talking about this today, like the Justin Bieber song.
There are. Yeah, there
you know what I'm saying?
There's certain chord progressions and there's science behind, like that new song "Lonely" by the Bieber and the old what is the guy's name? He's good though, Benny Blanco. Great song. There are certain chord progressions that, based on the way that they move and that they kind of ride their own wavelengths, will affect your mood and make you feel certain things, because it's almost like brain math. It's almost like a literally musical brain math in the fact that these chord progressions, no matter what, will make you feel a certain way.
Yeah, but there's a million other artists and bands that are doing that exact style of writing, but they're just not popular because there's too much content.
No, I'm saying that the actual song, we could tell as a society, like say, like I don't know how to play an instrument. Like I don't really. Like I could play bass and we could all get together and attempt to play something. It would sound like garbage. And
Let's do it, mediocre band.
But then we put it up and we're like, I made a song. I think everybody can all agree and be like, that sounds like garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, but if it was put together well, no matter if you liked it or not, you could at least say, oh, it's put together well. It's a nice song. We don't have that for podcasts. We would have no idea. Like it's just like people talking. So
you mean like a bass line?
Yeah, you can't judge it like a song. That. You know,
like Juan is saying that those type of chords and how that might hit you is different for everybody. Yeah, if you want to dial it down that much, sure. But there are tried and true musical math equations that no matter what, if I take those chords, 99% of the time I'm going to hit you in the feels because I know the way that this works. I'm sorry, it's just it's a math equation you can't get out of.
And even just the bass, like the drum beat, it has to be like
it's
same,
it's
right?
Super
like,
technical,
So like if that's off and then like the music doesn't go together, you could be like, this is bad, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no way to tell with a podcast really, like by listening to it, because you're like,
that there's a confidence level maybe in people's voices that I can pick up on. Like for local podcasts, like I get sent a lot of podcasts from people like locally around here that are like, this is the new thing I want to do. And they send it to me and they're like, check it out.
Yeah, and this is not at all saying that we're good at all. I'm not.
No, that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I will listen to it, and the number one criticism I have is that it sounds like when you're on the mic, you're afraid to be on it.
Then that comes with reps.
And that I think that's comfortability. Like I don't think that really has. I mean, you could say something absolutely horrible, and you could say something absolutely not funny, and you could do a song that's not good, but you could still have enough hours in on the mic to feel comfortable, like and being confident when you say things.
So you think confidence kind of equates to being a decent singer in a band? Like at least you could hold a note. And then if you have confidence while doing a podcast, so at least
I don't agree with that at all. I know confident podcast hosts that their shows suck.
Yeah. But that's subjective to you, though.
Right, it sucks to me.
They might suck, but on the surface area, I would say if I came in and I just had, if you only gave me 15 seconds to listen to it, they might.
We'll never win this argument because everything's subjective.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but I'm just saying.
I think it's more than music.
I'm just saying on the surface, if I come in, you give me 15 seconds, and you're like, give me an idea of what this podcast, like, is it good or is it bad? I would like to think that the person presenting, like, feels like what they're saying they believe in, and there's a certain level of, like, it's almost authentic or genuine at that point.
Yeah.
So I can almost tell, I think, now if you're being, like, if you don't really believe the opinion. Like, it used to be in radio, when I started working in radio with Ed Till, he used to want me to take positions that I didn't truly believe in, so there would be a counterpoint. And I learned really quickly in radio that when he would do that, it was very difficult for me to latch onto something I wasn't passionate about.
It's not
if he
legitimate.
wanted, you'd be, even if I had all the facts in front of me, and even if I could argue it, I'm not good at it. If I don't believe in it, I don't believe in it.
That's an old school radio skill that some of those people have, where they can passionately argue about something they don't even believe in.
Jim Colbert has that. Russ Rollins has that. Sean Watson has that. There are certain guys. I think you can do it better than I can. I can't. For some reason, I'm too sensitive. I would need to be closer to you on the spectrum.
I could do it as a joke.
Yeah, but I can't do it as good as you can.
I can do it as a joke, but play it off serious, for sure.
You can, but I'm too sensitive, I think, to do it.
I think
I can tell.
Seth legitimately thinks I hate him. Like, that's how convincing I am.
Rattle him. You and I have been having this conversation.
I tell him she hates you.
Yeah, but do you realize that nobody can rattle him in this room more than Sam? She is in control. She says things, and he'll look over and be like, "Oh, wow, you really believe that?"
He usually doesn't say shit back, but he'll say shit back to you.
Are you a pretty girl? That's his weakness.
You intimidate him.
You do, and you're tall. He hates
He's fucking MMA fighter.
No, it doesn't matter.
It's more of a...
man, to have a good-looking, intelligent, lesser human bully him? No, I'm serious. That's for you. Saying it.
All right. Oh, shit.
We gotta go. We gotta get the hell out of here. Cranberry sauce is getting warm.
Yeah, man. My foot is pruny.
I'll plug Seth's dojo. It's
Jinduko.
Ninjago? What is it?
It's
God damn it.
Jinduko. KarateofOrlando.com.
Okay, there it is. Yeah. If you want to,
I like how it's like he's like. I like how he's like it's Jinduko. It's a traditional. He's like, but you guys are all rednecks. Just Karate of Orlando. It's very much like like I have a car shop. You can come to my car shop. It's called Excellence in Audio. I just called change your fucking oil. Like it's like oilcar.com.
Samantha, who's on Semantics this week?
So this week we're gonna have our friends Alex Moorhead. You may have heard him on BYOCB in the past, and our buddy Dan Grun, who's also been on our show quite a few times.
Grumpy and FFJ.
Yeah,
always
it'll be fun.
Make a good.
I saw them at the Orlando City tailgate, so I was like, I haven't hung out with you guys in a while. Let's come on my show.
Do you ever bring up his high school experience based on, do you guys know where I'm going with this?
I don't.
High school kids and making fun of the last name.
Oh, yeah.
The Moorhead.
I wish that had been my wife's last name.
He looked at the chopper for approval.
Your wife's last name was Swallows.
I know,
true,
but she never has. Has your wife ever swallowed?
Your wife's never swallowed?
No, my wife's never.
I don't think so.
Your wife's never swallowed either?
No, my wife always spits it in the toilet or it falls out. This morning it fell out of my thigh as she was getting off of me. It was gross.
That's okay.
It's gross. I don't like it.
I don't look at what happens after.
Every time I see something come out of my penis, I'm like, ah!
I freeze and stare at the ceiling and wait until...
Even pee. You guys don't hear me scream when pee comes out of my penis?
I do hear that.
Miracle to me. Every time I'm
screaming, what is this?
Can't believe it.
You say it's yellow doo-doo.
All right,
BDM, thank you.
Really? Thank you? Thank them?
Be safe for Thanksgiving.
Get those bundles, get those ACT hats. Everybody stay safe.
And you know what? I would like to say something kind of serious, because I know we like to cut up and act stupid, but this Thanksgiving, while you're around the table with your loved ones, I realize it's not ideal. I realize that we've all been through a lot this year, and especially, I can speak for myself, and my mom passing around the holidays, not cool. So, as you guys have your meal this particular Thanksgiving, I would like for you to join hands and bow your heads and think about what's important. Beth from Dog the Bounty Hunter, she's important.
expect that one. Turkey!
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.